number one pick in the NHL draft, but the men they can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor!
Cut them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
All righty, we made it to Wednesday, I think, right? Wednesday, 18th day of March, 2026. You got yourself DNR right here on ESPN New York. It's Dan and Rick again hanging out with you at 800-919-3776. That is the telephone number. Raymond is here. RJ is here. And before I say good morning to Rick, I'll throw this one out there, my friend. I think that it's safe to say that the Venezuelan bullpen was a lot more effective than the leprechaun trap that your kids set, because that Venezuela bullpen bottled up the United States offense all night long, and congrats to them. They have the gold medals for the World Baseball Classic. How the hell are you?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. You sound better. You're a little under the weather yesterday.
Yeah, feel better.
You sound like you bounced back.
Yeah, yesterday sucked. I mean, no other way around it. It sucked. It was awful, playing hurt, playing whatever. But, yeah, we're on the road to better things, I think.
You're like Mikal Bridges, right? Rolls the ankle, no big deal. He's got something in the DNA, whatever it is. I mean, you just bounce right back. Your tissues, nose was running, and boom.
It was awful, bro. It was awful.
Back up full of energy.
Mikal Bridges with the DNA. I got the DNR. How about that?
Hey, look at you.
How about that?
Oh, top
How
of your
about
game.
that? And you got yourself a busy. That's two little rim shots already, and it's only 6:01. I could tell we're going to be in for a fun-filled fest this morning. You got a busy little day, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
How about that? And,
oh, yeah.
Let me get this out of the way right off the bat,
Okay.
because I think people are sitting there trying to, formulate their day. What am I going to do? How am I going to kill the time? How about this? So Don Hahn and Rosenberg are going to be live from Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, New Jersey, later today. Okay, Calandra's Bakery is in Caldwell. Fresh bread, not stale bread. Classic Italian pastries, baked daily. You could taste the tradition today. A lot of tradition. And guess who's going to be part of said tradition? In part of that little broadcast today? My friend Rick DiPietro.
This guy is.
How about that?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Now, how did you get roped into that one?
Well, I wouldn't use the word rope.
No, there's a roping.
No, listen, Don is under the weather.
Right.
He's not going to be able to attend. So they asked me yesterday, hey, it's a hockey watch party. The boys could use a little support. So I said, hey, for Alan and Peter, I'll make the 2-hour trip in the middle of rush hour.
Do you think that that's a byproduct of the fact that they don't have any faith in their ability to talk or analyze hockey? I know Alan knows hockey.
Alan, I mean, that's how I met Alan.
Yeah, he's a hockey guy.
No, Alan was covering the Islanders for Newsday.
Yeah.
His son's a big-time defenseman at UNH. His daughters, both of his daughters.
He lives
really
hockey.
Players. Loves hockey, breathes it. I would say, I would put it up there as one of his favorite sports. How about that?
Well, I would like to think, how many sports are you going to choose from, right, when you say your favorite sports?
Well, he covers the Knicks. He played college basketball. He's got the Yankees. He loves the Yankees. I don't know. It could be up at the top, but he's a baseball. He's a hockey guy.
RJ agrees with me on that too, because it's like however many sports you might actually take in and observe, only a couple of them are probably going to be considered your favorite. That's the definition of what favorite is. It's not list all the sports that you enjoy watching. The cream of the crop.
See, I thought we were headed in a nice direction here at 6:01. By 6:03, you've already somehow managed to ruin it.
Why? What's wrong with the direction?
I'm trying to sit here doing this little thing.
No, RJ's just checked in. That's all, letting us know he's here and he's working hard
because he's been secretly a bad guy for the last couple of weeks, and he pretends like I don't recognize it. I see right through him.
Why
I know
a
what he's
secret
doing.
bad guy?
He's a secret bad guy. He puts off this, I'm professional RJ. I just mind my business and do my work. You guys are great. And meanwhile, he's in your ear saying stuff.
RJ, are you a secret bad guy, like secret agent bad guy?
I don't think so. Listen, he's a little hostile, Rick is right now. I paid you a compliment. You know what? After revisiting the trade, John got the better of you.
No, because I don't believe it.
He worked you over.
Because Ray was unimpressed.
No, he worked you over.
Ray was unimpressed, which I found a little bit hurtful because I thought I did a good work there. I thought I was nice. I thought we both got what we wanted in the negotiations.
I truly believe it's a fair trade because no one is that happy. I talked to both parties after consulting with you this morning.
Yep.
No one's thrilled. No one is upset about it. Tells me it's a fair trade.
And let's all recognize who reaps the benefit again.
David Hugh.
That's correct.
Rothenberg.
That's correct.
How?
Hot. Because he always does.
No,
Yeah,
but
'cause
how?
that's
If he's not here. How is he reaping any benefit?
There's residuals you'll see in the coming
Yes.
days.
There
I know
are
what you're
residuals
saying.
that
I
you
know
will.
what you're saying. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, so you had and it was like the Jedi mind tricks going on with the negotiation. Because I kind of I was standing outside the room and I could hear like the noise coming out of the window, basically. So I heard how all this stuff went down. And then how about this? My investigative reporting skills, I checked in with a source close to the situation later in the day to get the lowdown on these negotiations and how they all came about and how the one side in particular feels about said negotiations.
Right. Yeah, and then I was told, we wrapped up the show. It was done, Rule 76, and then he's like, hey, I'll be in touch. It was 6 seconds after the show ended.
So that was a quick touch is what you're saying.
Yeah, I was like, John, I haven't even had a chance to put my computer down. Can we give me 5 minutes, please?
They want to wrap this thing up quickly.
All right, we got it done. I'll be in Jersey. I'm looking forward to it. And we'll watch some hockey, hang out. It's going to be a good time.
All right, so what time do you think you're going to depart the palatial estate to make it over with the traffic,
Probably
the rush hour?
3-ish.
Wow.
I would imagine.
Yeah, you probably have to.
Yeah, I think 2 hours, probably. A good
On
2
a
hours.
Wednesday? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you're going to get there for 6 o'clock, have a little Calandra's, fresh bakery, fresh bread, all that stuff. You're going to watch Rangers, Devils.
I think I'll do a little ENN, watch some Rangers Devils, probably mock the Rangers a little bit, and call it a day.
Now, how long do you have to stay? Do you have to stay till clock hits 0 or what?
I don't know if there's any limitations or expectations. I'm going to go just have a good time.
So that wasn't negotiated as part of the council. It was just like you show up, and then you could be out of there after the first period.
No, I don't think that. I don't think the expectation is just show up for puck drop and then leave. I'm going to hang out.
Ray, do you think there should be a minimum that he hangs out?
No, can we stop?
Like a
Can we talk about
minimum?
the World Baseball Classic, please? The negotiation is done. I'm going to be there. I'm looking forward to it. I got pickleball on Friday. I hurt my back somehow. I mean, I'm in one a little bit, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you hurt your
Whatever
back
the
by
obligations
setting-
are, he'll fulfill them. Don't you worry. He'll fulfill them. Don't you worry.
That's
Yeah,
it.
but we don't know what the obligations are. That's the thing. Like, we want to go behind the curtain of the negotiation.
We don't need. I already let you too far behind the curtain.
He's already told you. I
Yeah.
was disappointed in what he told me.
Right.
And it's not so much that it was a bad deal for him. I just
You have
the
higher
angle he was
expectations.
coming from.
Yeah.
I expected a lot more for him.
You
That's
have
all.
higher expectations.
That's all.
I also
I think I
had
know
that-
what you mean by that.
I
But
also had all the leverage.
you did have the leverage, for
Yep.
sure. But and you did what was best for you, or you felt was best for you.
No, I think at the end of the day, I felt I did what was best in both parties' interest, and I didn't want to.
He was
push
Dak
my luck.
Prescott. John was Jerry Jones. He had all the
Exactly
leverage.
Right. Exactly right. But we both feel good about it. That's it. We're
But John
friends.
didn't intentionally wait until the day before training camp.
Yeah.
He just unfortunately
It just worked out that way.
It worked out that way.
It
Right.
would've
Like
been
today's
diabolical.
training camp. Like this is it. Like you're not going to do the appearance next week because it's today.
Right, and he didn't want a George Pickens situation. Where everyone's unhappy, and I'm here. I'm ready. We got a little Stump Graca today. This is going to be a good Wednesday show. I'm excited about it. Ray's going to do the open tomorrow. It's going to be great.
It is going to be a lot
Did
of
we
fun.
agree to that? I'm not
Yep.
sure we agreed to that.
Ray's going to do the open.
Was that part of the
I don't think that was part of the
negotiation,
negotiation.
too?
No,
It's fine printed, Ray. Sorry.
I was not involved. I was not consulted.
It's on the other
Hey.
side of the paper. It's on the other side of the contract.
Ray, your name's on the hat, buddy. It says Santiago right on the back of this hat. You're
You're the
Right
third
there.
team that's taking money here.
yes, yeah,
I'm
you're taking salary.
I'm,
Okay?
I'm the team to be named later.
Yeah,
That
salary
player to be
retention.
named.
You have to make the money work.
It's like, by the way, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, oh, that's where you are.
I'm coming to work as, oh, by the way, I wouldn't unpack.
Yeah, it's okay. You're good though. We appreciate it, Raymond. Thank you.
So there you go. Calandra's later today, Caldwell, Italian Village, a lot of Italians still lamenting the fact they didn't win the World Baseball Classic, and you get a little Rangers Devils tonight. And Rick will be there for 6 o'clock. And
That's
he's going
right.
to stay
Or earlier.
He's going to stay minimum, what? A period.
Could you stop? I don't know how long I'll be there. I will be there for a long time.
What if,
Enjoying great hockey.
what if it's a fast period? Like
Enjoy-
no penalties, no whistles, and you're out of there. You know, if it's like 7:40 and we're in the first intermission, you out of there?
No, I'm not out of there.
Are you doing the show tomorrow?
Yes, I'm doing the show tomorrow.
Oh, so you got that's your out then to leave earlier because you got to wake up at the butt crack of dawn to do the show.
No, I enjoy being out with the people. We don't get to do it a lot. So I get a chance to do it twice in 1 week is great. I'm more concerned about my back, how many matches I got to play on Friday, whether or not I try to loosen my back up with an adult beverage during the show and how that's going to affect my play. I don't know. I don't even have the recipe set for what's happening on Friday yet. I'm going to get through Wednesday. I'm going to have a good time. I'll probably bust Peter's chops as much as humanly possible. Rangers will lose, and then I'll get through the rest of the week. That's it.
How'd you hurt your back? Setting
have no
leprechaun
idea.
traps or what?
No, I don't know. I did not set the leprechaun trap. I mean, what that leprechaun did to that trap is disgusting. And that leprechaun needs to be found and punished.
It's like DiPietro's
I saw
Island
the
trying to
piece-
like trap people.
I saw the
little
piece
leprechauns.
I saw the piece of toilet paper. It was not. That was
Can't believe
disgusting.
this piece of toilit paper.
disgusting.
It's terrible.
Long piece of toilet paper too.
That's the image
Animal.
of St. Patrick's Day. You're not going to be able to get out of your mind now.
Listen, the leprechaun wouldn't be the only one on St. Patrick's Day that pooped his pants. I can tell you that right now.
Are you telling me that foul behavior goes on St. Patrick's Day? Is that what you're telling me?
I can promise you that.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway, so see Rick and the guys a little bit later on today. Calandra's Italian Village. Well, it's over. World Baseball Classic. It has come. It is gone. It is a thing of the past tense now. And congratulations to Venezuela. You saw how much it meant to them, and they were the better team. They deserve it. And guess what? Sometimes in this day and age, in the good old game of baseball, as we always like to point out, sometimes it's not exactly exciting. It could be boring. Pitching and defense wins, and give total credit to that Venezuela pitching staff, especially the bullpen. How about these numbers? Last 3 games, so the money round, if you will, 18 and 2/3 innings from that bullpen, 2 measly runs that they surrendered, and that was last night. You're going to be tough to beat otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, their pitching was incredible. What they were able to do last night, I mean, it was kind of like a want situation last night, right? I mean, McLean pitched,
He kept them in the game. He kept them in the game,
but they had traffic. He had the wild pitch. They ended up hitting the sac fly. He gives up the home run. But, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you're going to have to start to do something offensively. And, fortunately for them, Bryce Harper breaks through, ties it up at 2, and it felt like, okay, here we go. Right, here's some momentum. And then, Judge in a big spot, it felt like my thought was, okay, they're in the dugout celebrating. All of a sudden, you can hear crack of the bat. Judge hits a home run. Now it's 3-2. That doesn't happen. He ends up striking out. And then to their credit, Venezuela, boom, next, top of the next inning, they bounce right back, take the lead, and that was lights out. And that was it. And we couldn't use, and again, because of the situation we're in, and these teams trying to protect their pitchers, Mason Miller's not available. Because otherwise, ninth inning, right, top of the ninth, home team tie game, Mason Miller's pitching that half inning.
But Garrett Whitlock, to his credit, he's been very good.
He's been lights out.
Very good.
Right,
so you had confidence in him.
Okay, but if you're managing this thing how you would normally manage a game, especially, like, say this is Game 7 of the World Series, right? You got a tie game at home, right? You're going to your closer there, right?
100%.
Right, so they didn't do that, and you're right. The other game I would have kept Whitlock in because he was lights out. And they just did, listen, Venezuela's a good team. And you mentioned it. Like, you could see what it meant to them. I was listening to Salvador Perez after the game, and he was just what it meant to his family and everything else. So it's a special moment for them. I got to tell you, the one critique, and I know you have to do it, but like to have to sit there, like it's enough that you have to sit in the dugout and watch them celebrate right after they win, and then you got to stand on the third baseline and accept your silver medal. Like, I was like, oh God.
Hey man, that's why I always say tip of the cap to because I'm a big tennis guy. Obviously, tennis is like the only sport where the loser has to sit there and watch it all.
Oh,
every other. So think about it. You lose Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals. You shake hands, you skate off the ice, and you go back to the locker room. Same thing. Basketball, football, baseball. You go back in the clubhouse. Like tennis, you lose a championship final, heartbreaking fashion. You got to sit there. You both get your little trophy, and you got to sit there and watch the other guy in the winner's circle. And USA had to do that last night. As the losing team, and it took forever. It took forever for them to assemble the stage and to get everybody out there. And all the pomp and circumstance, I'll say before, I thought they did a great job with that. When both teams came in from, the outfield and walked along the right field line, the left field line, that was awesome. Carrying the flag, the spotlights, that was like they did it up. Like if you could justify waiting until whatever it was, like 8:25 to throw the first pitch, it was well worth it, I thought.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, it's what it's going to take to turn it into what I think they all want it to be, which is to become like a meaningful event for this country also. Because, you see what it means to the other countries. You saw, look, what percentage of that crowd was Venezuelan? Right? It felt like most of them were Venezuelan. Like, it's a big deal for them, and it's good for baseball. But if you can all of a sudden now give this more, like, will it ever be the World Cup? Probably not.
No.
But the more you get the players to buy into it, the bigger you can make it feel, the more important you can make it feel. You're trying to convince the purists that it's important, because the most purists are like, hey, I just don't want my guys hurt. Let's get to the regular season. And you're trying to make it something that the casual fan doesn't want to miss. right? Because I think that's what happens a lot of the time with these big events is I thought that was the same thing with the Olympics. You had a lot. I mean, the NHL has always been trying to get the casual fan involved. Someone that's never watched hockey before, how do we get you into it? I would always tell people go to a game because once you watch an NHL game
100%.
live, you're hooked. But to get you to watch on television, it's like you almost have to have this element of like the fear of missing out, like the FOMO. Like everyone's going to be talking about this tomorrow. I don't even really like the sport, but I got to watch it because I need to be able to talk about it. Like I don't want to miss out on this moment. And you had that, with the Olympic team, and then now I think you're starting to build that with the WBC in the U.S. Just them walking in with the U.S. jerseys and all the different things that they try to do. But then to kind of have that, which we like, right? We like pitching, we like defense, but you didn't really have. I mean, the U.S. offense was garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's the bottom line. It's no different than it's, Team USA or Mets, Yankees, or any of these teams. I mean, they scored, 9 runs the last 3 games. That's 3 runs a game, essentially. You better have lights-out pitching if that's all you're going to contribute offensively. And when you look at some of the names in this lineup, I mean, we should have expected better. There should have been more production. There's no other way around it, right? I mean, Bryce Harper last night had an opportunity. Like, that was the moment. If they would have went on and won that game, like Bryce Harper, that home run was something that would have carried over, and you would have remembered that. Every time he stepped up in the batter's box, it was in a Phillies uniform. You think back to the home run he hit in the World Baseball Classic final. I'm not trying to put it in the same category as like the Jack Hughes goal to win an Olympic gold medal, but it was a big moment, and unfortunately now it's an afterthought because they didn't win the game.
Absolutely right. Like, I mean, that would be one of those moments. I mean, when he salutes at third base and then he's pointing to the flag, like that was a big moment. And then, of course, I mean, now it's Judge up, and he strikes out looking. Or in the previous at bat, where he looks at the strike 2 right down the middle of the pipe and ends up grounding out. But you're right. Then even the ninth, I mean, look at what you got coming up. I mean, you got Schwarber, you got Anthony. I mean, like you get Henderson, Gunnar Henderson, who was red hot the entire tournament. But to their credit, man, their pitching was great. Their bullpen was great. Their closer comes in, he's lights out, and Venezuela gets to celebrate. Well, we got to sit there and take. Did you see Schwarber take the medal off as he was going into the
It was
dugout?
pretty cool, yeah. And he wasn't the only one either. He wasn't the only one, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, it should be something that you're excited about, but in the moment, it's like, God,
brutal.
Do I really want to take this? This is brutal.
But then it was kind of funny, too, like, even like the interaction between Bryce Harper and Rob Manfred, because allegedly, reportedly, last year when Manfred showed up inside the clubhouse.
Oh, yeah.
The Phillies to talk, labor negotiation stuff, like Harper, MF'd them pretty much, get out of here and this and that. So, that
right,
relationship.
But this is, again, here's what I would say, too, about this, and I don't want to get stuck in this conversation about the CBA and everything else, but after the World Series you had last year, right, the
to pick up right after that to this,
yes,
like you couldn't have asked for more.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So now all of a sudden we'll see what happens during this regular season, but could you imagine, like Manfred's watching this, right? He's at the World Series. He sees how much, how great that is, and they carry that over to the WBC. And you got this great tournament that everyone's excited about, and it feels like is growing. You can't turn around now and have a lockout. You can't. Like,
Preaching to the choir, man.
It's going to happen, it feels like, but, I mean, come on, guys. Like, you've built up all this momentum and all this goodwill, and now we're going to stop it. We're going to go into a CBA negotiation where it becomes contentious, and we're going to lock the guys out. Come on.
No, you can't do it. But, hey, let's worry about that down the road. We got a good baseball season. Hopefully it's going to be a great one. We'll enjoy it. We want to hear from you at 800-919-3776, telephone number. We'll get into the fallout, too. Certainly Aaron Judge, not his best night at the office. But some of the stuff, Rick, I was hearing, like just even before the game last night, like as it pertained to Judge, like we got to get into it all. It is a Wednesday, which means it is a stump day. We will play that a little bit later on this morning. Of course, we got the stuff you missed. We got Ray's 3 stars. A lot to get to this morning. It is a busy Wednesday. It's Dan and Rick. It's DNR. It is ESPN New York.
Rangers fans, shoot your shot with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Rangers. Add some excitement to every Rangers game this season by downloading the BetMGM app and getting instant access to a variety of parlay selection features and live betting options. Enjoy same-game parlays, player props, boosted odds specials, the best daily promotions in the business, and so much more when you sign up. The chase is on for the next Stanley Cup. So get hyped for Rangers action all season long with an official sports betting partner of the New York Rangers. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, you'll be feeling March magic when you win your share of $50,000 cash during our Rainbow Riches drawing. Be here every Wednesday in March from 2 to 7 p.m. Each hour, one lucky guest is drawn to win up to $5,000 cash. Earn entry starting at 12:30 p.m. Come chase the rainbow every Wednesday in March, where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
It's tournament time when the most talented teams survive and advance. And whether you're cutting down the nets or cutting through resumes, one thing's clear. The best teams are built with the best people. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. Their smart matching technology finds qualified candidates fast. You can add screening questions to get the right applicants and even filter to see who's recently active. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
If you run a commercial trades business, you're constantly monitoring your cash flow and profitability. You're working hard to manage complex projects and accounts, all while generating new business. But your outdated software just isn't cutting it. If that's the case, it's time to upgrade to Service Titan, the all-in-one solution built for long-term growth. Find out how the most successful specialty contractors are fueling their business today. Visit ServiceTitan.com to learn more. That's ServiceTitan.com.
All right, DNR on this Wednesday, ESPN New York. Now, ESPN New York is taking over Calandra's Italian Village. Going to be a lot of Italians, including my friend Rick, in Caldwell, New Jersey today. Join Don Hahn and Rothenberg live starting at 3 p.m. with a special happy hour to talk sports and get you ready for a huge night on the ice. Reservations are recommended. Now, did you make a reservation or no?
I don't believe I have to make a reservation.
Oh, you don't have to. You're above the reservation.
Because I think I'm doing the show there, so I get to just sit at the desk.
Oh, look at that. Perks of being a wallflower. To book your table, call 973-226-8889. See Don Hahn and Rosenberg and my friend Rick live at Calandra's Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey today, starting at 3 p.m. Dan and Rick, DNR here on ESPN New York. So, first off, you mentioned Mason Miller. And he didn't see in that game last night. And, I mean, given the circumstances, like, I can't be shocked. And RJ and I were talking about this before the show. Like, they're adhering to what the Padres wanted. Like, DeRosa said as much after the game. And let me play that for you right now. So, all right, Mark, why didn't you use Mason Miller in the ninth?
Honoring the Padres. Had we taken the lead, he was coming in, but I wasn't going to bring him into a tie game.
There wasn't going to be a safe situation at that point.
I wanted to honor the fact that there was a situation there where if it was tied, we were going to use Whitlock. We had talked to the Red Sox about that, and if we had the lead, we were going to use Mason.
Now, again, we enjoyed the tournament, right? We enjoyed it. We got a lot out of it. It was enjoyable for 2 weeks. Still those type of gimmicks, and I can't blame them. Let me stress that. I can't blame them. But when you throw those type of, gimmicky type things in this, it is still tough for some folks to go 1,000% all in being like gung-ho for the WBC.
Right, because, what they're asking you to do is to get fully invested in this tournament.
Right.
And if the players aren't fully invested because of the circumstances, yeah, like the fact that, Skubal, as much as I love Nolan McLean, the fact that Skubal's not pitching that game, it bothered me. Right, that Mason Miller's not available. And listen, it's not just the U.S. On the other side of it, they said that the Venezuelan coaching staff was up till 3 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out what they're going to do with pitching and then making phone calls trying to talk teams into let them use their guys.
Well, that could have been South Beach, though. You think they were really sitting there strategizing the pitching? You're down there. You're living the good life. You're having a good time.
Listen, however you want to.
Being a coach on Team Venezuela, think about the places that could get you into.
Right, but you can write it off as a business meeting if you're talking baseball with the coaches, right?
There you go.
So, whatever they did, it worked.
Yesterday on the along those lines, yesterday on the baseball show, we had on Jim Leland, right? He was the manager of Team USA when they won the WBC in 2017. And I asked him exactly that. I said, how do you balance that? How do you walk the fine line between trying to win but also adhering to what these clubs want with their players? And he said, first and foremost, we adhere to what the clubs want. Like, make no mistake about it. Like, they're not even trying to pretend. But the reason why something like this is obviously never going to carry the same weight as, let's say, the Olympics, like when you have this play out the way it did. All right, let's role play. Can you imagine in the gold medal game, what happens if Jack Hughes, for example, was like limited to just, 2 shifts during overtime because that's what the Devils wanted because he missed so much time due to injury this year during the NHL season? Do we get the golden goal? You know what I mean? Like if
right.
There were those type of stipulations involved in the Olympics, like we'd be like, what am I wasting my time watching this for? Right.
But that, again, this is more Four Nations. This is more World Cup than it is Olympics, right? Like this is a whole separate entity. They shut down the season, and then you got Bill Guerin as the GM, right? You got NHL coaches, so they all know what's at stake with the Olympics, and it's different. But yeah, I completely agree with you. That's really, I think, the holdup for a lot of people is that unless you're going to go all in, I'm not emotionally going to go all in. Because, again, we want to prove that we're the best. Obviously, we want to be the best. Obviously, everyone that watched that game last night or that, was following this the entire tournament was bummed out, right? Like, like, as a country, you want to be the best at something. That's why everyone was so excited about the hockey gold medals, right? That's not our sport. Hockey is not our sport. But from now until we kick off the next Olympics, hockey is our sport. We got all 3 gold medals. We've taken it from Canada, which is great. And, again, baseball is was America's pastime. But when you look at what's going on in baseball in Japan and DR and Venezuela and all these other Puerto Rico, all these different countries, it's like, the DR team is like an all-star team. Like, right. There are teams that are right there with us. There are players that, you see where baseball's at. So to not put your best foot forward, like your absolute best foot forward last night, it sucks, man.
And again, it's you appreciate the effort for all the guys who wanted to be a part of it, but it wasn't the best of the best. Now, God, look, like you said it, God love Nolan McLean. I hope and pray and think that he's got the makeup to hopefully be one of the best in the game before too long, right? Like, that's what we're hoping. Like, yep. That if in a few years when you are assembling a team of the best of the best of the best, he deserves to be there on merit. But, think about the more accomplished pitchers, for example, that, like, weren't a part of this thing. Just off the top of my head, like, Garrett Crochet, Zach Wheeler, you mentioned Skubal, like those guys weren't a part of this because they didn't want to, or injury, or like in Wheeler's case on the comeback trail, like things like that. So you didn't have
why
the best.
Pete not here?
You know what? I said the same thing last night. And I didn't really give it much thought like prior to, and I'm sitting there watching Paul Goldschmidt right now. I'm like, geez, don't you think Pete Alonso would be more of a formidable right-handed bat than Paul Goldschmidt at 50 years old or whatever he is? But that's how it is, It's
right.
Who wants to play.
Right. Did you at all think in the 7th inning when you watched Will Smith swing at a pitch that hit him in the hip? Right. Do we not want to?
Well, here's the problem.
Is the big dumper just that bad right now? Look,
Cal Raleigh didn't have a hit in the entire damn tournament.
Well, maybe he was due. I don't know. Will Smith swung at a pitch that hit him.
The only one that, and that was the thing we talked about yesterday, you and I, right? Like, to me, the lineup decisions, what was he going to do at catcher? What was he going to do at third base? What was he going to do at center field? I agreed with starting Will Smith. I agreed with starting Bregman at third. I didn't necessarily think that going with Buxton was the right move in center. I would have went PCA, but I know that PCA doesn't hit lefties very well. I also didn't expect Eduardo Rodriguez to go very deep into that game. Now, he went, 4 and change, if I'm not mistaken, right?
4 and a third, yeah.
4 and change. But you knew that they would get into that bullpen. And once you get into that bullpen, you're playing the chess match for their last, 4, 5 innings, whatever it might be. So even if you have a lefty start the game, you're going to see a righty come out of the pen. And then you might need to go to a pinch hitter. Like you said, in the 7th inning there with Will Smith, okay, Cal Raleigh's a switch hitter. So whether they had a righty on the mound, a lefty on the mound for Venezuela, like, you could have put the dumper up there and maybe he gets a hold of one. But Will Smith has big game experience, with all those, obviously.
It didn't look like it, though.
Well, it didn't look like it yesterday.
Hit him in the hip.
Right. I'm with you. I'm totally with you. But unfortunately, that's the name of the game. And then, look, this all-star lineup, how great the lineup was, and you think about it, you got some of the best hitters in that game, they just didn't produce, man. Like, 9 runs over the last 3. I mean, they had 3 hits last night. You got to do better than that.
Last 2 games, RJ had the stats in the rundown this morning. Last 2 games, they were 9 for 56 with 21 strikeouts.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, that's putrid.
That's brutal.
That's putrid. Here is Aaron Judge on the USA struggle on offense.
Yeah, they made their pitches. They were working the corners on both sides, and then when we did get a pitch, we either popped it up or hitting the ground. So stuff like that can't happen. When you get a pitch to hit, you got to be able to drive it. Even if you get 1 pitch in a game, you got to do something on it. So they just went out there, executed their pitches and their game plan, and just couldn't get anything rolling offense.
What about Nolan McLean on his performance?
I would say like a 7. Yeah, I felt good out there. I'm proud of the way I competed. Stuff felt great. Just filling up the zone. Tried to control everything I could.
Nolan McLean wasn't lights out, but let's be real. He left the game, and they still had more than ample opportunity to win it. He gave them a chance to win the game.
Right. I mean,
that's all you could ask for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I mean, you give up 2 runs. With this kind of lineup, you got to do more offensively, and they didn't. It wasn't even like they were dangerous all night, right? Like, I mean, it wasn't like they had pressure on Venezuela all night. They were doing nothing.
No, they had 3 hits.
3 hits. I mean,
until the Harper home run, if I'm not mistaken, right? That was in the 8th inning. The United States did not have a runner in scoring position since the 4th inning of the DR game. So think about that. They went the last 5 innings against the DR. And the first 7 innings last night, 12 innings without getting a runner in scoring position with that lineup. How is that possible?
It shouldn't be, but that's baseball.
And Eduardo Rodriguez, that was probably the best game Eduardo Rodriguez has pitched in 5-6 years. And he wouldn't even have gotten credit for a win if it was a major league game because they didn't go 5 innings. But he has been that kind of like off the rails, and he's been going through a lot of stuff personally and whatever, and good for him. You know what I'm saying? But like, the fact that they made him look like 2004 Johan Santana was probably one of the more surprising things that we saw last night.
Probably, yeah, but that's the beauty of baseball, right? Especially when you're not playing in a series, you're playing 1 game. Is that a guy could just have a night and makes it difficult? Because, I mean, listen, great pitching, as much as you want to believe that great hitting is the ultimate, the ultimate factor in who wins and who loses. If you got a pitcher or pitching staff that's lights out, I mean, it can shut down the best of lineups. Like, I watched a couple of videos this morning of Nolan McLean from behind the catcher. It's like, these guys make it look too easy. Like, I don't know how you even touch that with a baseball bat, how good these guys are, especially when they're painting corners. And I thought even the strike zone a couple times last night was like, ooh, are we sure that wasn't a strike? But, I mean, you got to give Venezuela credit. You got to give that pitching staff credit. And for whatever reason, over the last couple games, the U.S. offense just was not good.
800-919-3776. We'll talk about the Judge angle because, you hear and read different things, just the fallout, and people make so much about, one game. It's just, it really makes you just kind of bang your head against the wall. It really and truly does. So I got some stuff to say about that. It is a Wednesday. It's DNR right here on ESPN New York.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Gold is now nearly $5,200 an ounce, and silver is at an all-time high. Now is the best time to cash in on your unused gold and silver by going to the Estates Roadshow. Gold and silver, old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 3 locations this week: Staten Island as well as Clark and Old Bridge, New Jersey. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. The prices of gold and silver are at an all-time high, so there's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Monday through Friday in Clark, New Jersey at the Holiday Inn, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold, the bright yellow building on Route 9 South. Get some cash in your hands today at the Estates Roadshow. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice-proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, the job works in your favor. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members buy more and save more on the materials they rely on every day. Get up to 25% off select molding when you spend $1,000 or more, and up to 25% off Pergo Evercraft laminate flooring. Put Pro Savings Days to work for you. Members get more at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
Don Hahn and Rothenberg is live from the Big East Tournament presented by Schweppes, Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, and Samuel Adams. Join THR broadcasting live from the Irish Exit inside Moynihan Train Hall for a Big East extravaganza. Big East legends Charles Smith and Walter Berry will join us on site as we break down the action and relive the glory days. All courtesy of Schweppes. Stop by beginning at 3 p.m. Enter to win great prizes and make the Irish Exit your headquarters when the Big East takes center stage. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Teas available at Bourbon and Branch and Taylor Pub. Must be 21 or older to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
All right, get ready, New York. Soccer fans. New York City FC is back at Yankee Stadium for a massive showdown against Inter Miami this Sunday. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. For your chance to be there in person, enter right now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Tickets are available right now. Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. It's Dan and Rick, DNR, here on ESPN New York. Congrats to Venezuela. They are the World Baseball Classic champions. No school today in Venezuela, so congrats to all the kiddies out there that they get to bask in the celebration with a big win. I got to be honest with you, right? The stuff that we heard going into this game last night, and then the stuff you hear with the fallout of the result last night, as it pertains to Aaron Judge, is like beyond laughable as far as I'm concerned. And what I mean by that is the people that were actually trying to make a case that if Aaron Judge led the United States to a World Baseball Classic championship, that would mean more or just as much as leading the Yankees to a World Series championship and get him off the hook as far as, quote-unquote, not being clutch or not being able to deliver a winner. To me, that's as asinine as saying now after the fact that he's not clutch at all because, again, in a big spot last night, he didn't have his best game. Like, you can't have it both ways. But, like, how do people come up with this stuff?
How do people come up with this stuff? You're talking about the best player in baseball or one of the best players in baseball, so there are crazy expectations. He hasn't won yet with the Yankees. So, I mean, I could understand potentially the one side of it where if he does come through in a big moment and they do win the gold medal and he's a huge piece of that, like if he followed up Bryce Harper's 2-run home run with a solo shot and they win 3-2, that maybe, that gives the fan base, that gives him this, this extra level of confidence that when he's in, in that spot again in the World Series, that he comes through. But for most Yankees fans, I mean, a majority of Yankees fans, they all recognize how great he is. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't, right? I mean, it's
not that hard. I mean, if you have, an unbiased bone in your body and you like baseball and you could watch it objectively, how do you not recognize how great of a player he is?
But you also have to recognize who he's being judged against.
No pun intended.
Right. I mean, Derek Jeter was a great player. Derek Jeter, I mean, for me, when you look at what he was able to do postseason and compare it to what he did in the regular season and how the numbers are identical, I think it shows you what this guy was, what this guy was all about. It's kind of like when I asked the 3-minute question to Eli the other day, was like it was more of like just praising how in big moments he just somehow mentally turned it into it was another game for him, and he was at his he played his best when a lot of guys make the moment as big as it really is, and like they feel the pressure, and they get up there with no one on base and they're trying to hit a 2-run home run. Like that's how much it means to them. And until you can get over that hurdle and try to make it feel as much like a regular season game as you can, you don't really have the success that you want. Baseball's the toughest of all the sports, just because it's 162 games, and during the course of that year you're gonna have ebbs and flows. You're gonna have even the best players will go through slumps, and in a short sample size, which the postseason is, like unless your timing is right and you're seeing it right, I mean, you could potentially struggle. Now he has, but last year he had 500 in the postseason.
Right. And you think they lost because of him? And by the way, like, you bring up, and I hate doing this, but I'm sorry. Like, and I understand that to a certain degree of Yankee fans, and I'm looking at two of them right now, who grew up at a certain time during that dynasty, and Jeter was great. And Jeter was, the captain of those teams and was responsible for winning as much as anybody. But, I mean, guys, like, I'm not talking to Ray and RJ. I'm just talking in general. If you actually think that, like, mano a mano, Derek Jeter's a better baseball player than Aaron Judge, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why, like, it's just we get so carried away with, winning championships and what you did for 3 weeks in October versus what you did for an entire 162 games. Like, Derek Jeter never won a single MVP. Aaron Judge has 3. He's probably going to win more. You know what I mean? Like, you can't sit there and hold a candle. Like, Derek Jeter will be the first to admit Aaron Judge is a better baseball player than I am. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and I delivered when my team needed me to. But as far as, like, you're starting a team tomorrow, who do you want? You're taking Aaron Judge 10 times out of 10.
Though, one thing here, I don't know if I don't actually know if Derek Jeter would admit that ever.
Well, he might not admit it, but guess what? I'll admit it for him. How's that?
Right. Listen,
and you will too.
Of course. I mean, what Aaron Judge is doing, I mean, he may end up being one of the greatest right-hand hitters of all time. Like, he's that good. He probably could have 4 MVPs, right? He lost the one to Altuve.
Right. As a rookie.
The guy won a batting title last year, hitting 53 home runs. Like, it's unbelievable what he's doing. And again, I just think that when you talk about Jeter and the championships and like those iconic moments in big spots, that's what Yankees fans remember. For a Yankees fan now, when they think about Aaron Judge in big moments, they think about him dropping that pop fly, right? They're not leaning on that he had 500 last year in the postseason because they didn't win. They didn't beat the Blue Jays. They didn't get to the World Series, right? And I think that's why, as much as Yankees fans want to pretend like, oh, Aaron Judge was just happy getting Bellinger. No, he's not, though, because he's the one that wears this. It's not Cody Bellinger that wears it. It's not anyone else that wears it. He is the one whose legacy is directly tied to this Yankees team finally winning a World Series. And it doesn't have to be multiple. I mean, that would be great, but he has to win one as far as Yankees fans are concerned, or he'll never get the kind of adoration and respect that he deserves for what he's been able to do.
And you brought up the other thing, too, with the drop pop-up. Like, okay, in the World Series, if some people are actually going to hold that over his head as if that contributed to the Yankees losing that World Series, that series was over already. They basically, the ditch was dug already in the ground. They were just waiting to lower the casket in when he dropped that fly ball.
Right, but you heard it. They could have won Game 1, and all of a sudden now they go back. I mean, I know, but you heard
Aaron Judge didn't make those pitching decisions in Game 1 either.
Right, but you heard the conversation surrounding that whole series. As far as Yankees fans were concerned, that's a series that they could have won. And now you got the Dodgers doing what they're doing. When that's what the Yankees used to do, and Derek Jeter directly benefited from what the Yankees used to do. And now, unfortunately for Aaron Judge, I got the Dodgers. But every year just reloading.
But realistically, Raymond, if the United States would have won last night, and they get a World Baseball Classic championship, Aaron Judge is the captain. You actually think, as a Yankee fan, that would, in any way, shape, or form, take the place or get Aaron Judge off the hook from delivering a championship for the Yankees?
No, listen, it'd be a nice feather in his cap here, but we've established this. The World Baseball Classic is not looked upon here the way it's looked upon in other countries. It'd be a nice thing to have in his hat. It'd be part of his Hall of Fame resume, no question about it. But here in New York, no.
And even the Yankee fan in general, how many times during the course of the year, Rick, do we sit here and take calls from Yankee fans? Talking about the championship, or almost this entitlement that they should get a championship, the championship or bust mentality, despite the fact that they haven't won one in however many years.
Well, they've only been to one since 2009. Yeah, but that's part of the bigger problem with the Yankees just in general, though. And Aaron Judge Aaron Judge does himself no favors because he wants to continue that. Where you ask him after a season, even when they get to the World Series, hey, was this season a success? And he says, no, anything but a championship is a failure. So he's continued that expectation while the people making the decisions that affect whether or not he can win or lose are more, hey, no, we'll build this thing for 162. Once we get into the postseason, it's a crapshoot. Well, tell that to your best player,
right?
Who's sitting here being judged that he's not a winner and he's not clutch. Now, if he wins a WBC and it's his home run last night and he's he's awesome the entire tournament, big moments. You got the defensive plays and all those different things. I think it starts to build up his resume as a winner. Like when we talk about Sidney Crosby, he's got the 3 Stanley Cups, but he's got all the world championships. The guy's just a winner. He's got the gold medals. He's a winner. So I don't think it helps his legacy as a Yankee, but maybe it starts to point the blame towards someone else, like the Yankees more than him. How come Aaron Judge can win with this team, but he can't win with the Yankees? And you start looking closer, maybe a little of that blame goes to the.
Well, come on, but
it's not going to solve anything for him. It wasn't going to solve anything for him. It was going to be a nice moment, and it would have been awesome to win a gold medal at the WBC. But as far as his Yankee legacy is concerned, it wouldn't have done anything for it.
No, but think about the hypocrisy though from some people. You mean to tell me that instead of a 2-week tournament, where you play, let's see, 6 games max, right? What grand total 6 games if I'm not mistaken, quarterfinal, 6 games, and that takes the place of playing 162 plus 3 rounds of the playoffs?
7 games.
7 games. Okay, so 7 games versus 162 for 6 months and then another month of 3 rounds of the playoffs. That is equal?
No, of course it's not equal. Of course it's not equal. But, there is, let's not pretend there are certain players that are elevated because of how much they win. Right? They may not be the best players, but this player's a winner. Whatever team he goes to, that team wins.
But if that's the only thing you win, for example, you can't sit there and say, oh, well, he's a winner because he won the WBC because they were good for 7 games.
No, of course not. I don't think that doesn't all of a sudden end that conversation. But what I'm saying is if he wins this gold medal and he's awesome and he hits the game-winning home run and everything else, and he follows that up with another MVP season and he hits 500 in the postseason, but they don't win a World Series, and that, like, at a certain point, like, if he continues to produce the way that he produced last year in the postseason, and on top of that, he's won this gold medal, and then they go back to the WBC again, and he wins another gold medal, do you start pointing more of the blame towards the people putting the team together as opposed to Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge is still going to wear it, but it's like, okay, how come he can win with all these other teams, but he can't win with us?
I can't wait till the Olympics come in 2 years, because if Major League Baseball players are part of that, which it sounds like they want to be, but they still have to work all this out with the new CBA, which God knows, when or if that's going to get done after the year. But I was looking into that yesterday. The Olympics for baseball is only going to be 6 days. Like, that's it, 6 days during the competition, and there's only going to be 6 teams. Like, that's it. It's 2 groups of 3. So I can't wait for those hot takes, to where if somebody wins a gold medal in the baseball or doesn't win a gold medal, that they're either better or inferior compared to, some guys in Major League Baseball because they excelled for 6 days against 5 other teams. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing?
Right, but I don't necessarily know if I like how you position that, just because it's 6 games for the team that wins it too, or it's 6 games for the the player that is the best in the tournament.
To me, that's a crapshoot.
Right, but of course, but it's a tournament, and everyone's playing under the same circumstances, and at the end of the day, you get judged by whether you win or lose. Right, so it doesn't matter what you're playing in. It could be a 3-day tournament. It doesn't matter. You go and you show up, you play, and either you play well in big moments and in big games, or you don't. There are just certain guys that, for whatever reason, may not be as good as Aaron Judge or as good as you name the player. But for whatever reason, in any tournament or any situation, in big moments, they are at their best. Like, Eli Manning was never the best regular season quarterback, but in those 2 runs, he was awesome.
Right.
And that's what you remember. To his credit, Derek Jeter was not the player that Aaron Judge was, but you could go through the list of big moments in big spots that Derek Jeter was awesome. And he was clutch. And until Aaron Judge does that and seals the deal, this is going to continue to be a conversation.
Which I think is unfair. I just think it's unfair. Because you should be able to at least recognize a guy's greatness and not have to have a championship ring attached to it.
If he's playing for a different team, maybe that's the conversation, but he's not. He's playing for the Yankees.
I get it. So if he signed with the San Francisco Giants a couple of years ago and probably still doesn't have a championship, we'd be cutting him a break and just saying, oh, my God, this is the best Giant since Barry Bonds, because he's not wearing a Yankee uniform.
Right. But there are championships that mean different things in different places. Right? It's why LeBron's championship going back to Cleveland was so important. Right? The ones in Miami, it's a super team. He said he's going to get, 7? He ends up winning,
2.
3 in Miami? How many did he win in Miami? 2?
I thought it was 2.
2 in Miami? Yeah, 1 in L.A., so he's got 4?
Yeah. And one of them, if you really want to be a stickler. Was
no, don't do that.
I'm just saying, the OKC one was during a shortened season.
Yeah, but don't even do that.
Whatever. I'm just pointing it out.
Right, but that Cleveland one was the most important
Absolutely.
one. That one, it felt like it was double because he went back to Cleveland and did it. But with the Yankees, that's not the case. They're accustomed to winning championships. That's what they do. Or that's what they used to do. So he gets judged differently. Again, no pun intended.
I know. That's the 4th time you've done that already this morning. Come on.
Oh, he keeps saying his name.
Please. Come up with a different word, though. Evaluated.
But judge just fits there.
I know.
Just a good word.
You're so good.
No, stop.
God, I wish I was at Calandra's later.
You can come.
Just to be in your presence. I got to do the Ranger game. I'm not going to do it from Calandra's.
Why? We got the stuff there. You do a live broadcast.
Yeah,
you got all the equipment.
It's too much bread. Here's Bobby in Belmore. He's first up here on ESPN New York. Bobby, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I understand Dan. He hit great in the postseason last year. 8 starters didn't even hit 250, and their starting pitcher was terrible. But numbers are numbers. In the Final 4, 1 for 16, 2022 ALCS, 2024 ALCS, 3 for 18. Then he went 1 for 12 in the first 3 games of the Dodgers series. So he was 4 for 30, and then they faced the opener of the Dodgers in Game 4, got a couple of hits. The last 2 games, semifinals, finals, he went 1 for 8. That's 9 for 60, 150 average in the playoff games that are in the Final 4. So you cannot deny, and clutch moments, he hasn't really done it.
How about the things that he does during the regular season, which helps get the Yankees to October?
I understand that, and he's probably the greatest regular season hitter could be, approaching Babe Ruth number. I mean, but I'm talking about, in the playoffs, in the Final Four, and, I understand that. But until he does it, that's why Yankee fans, are going to, he's not in Jeter's class. He's doing things that, none of the other Yankees have done, I think, in the regular season.
But that,
until he proved in the Final Four.
But Bobby, here's the other thing, and Rick, here's the other, and thanks a lot for the phone call. Everybody wants to harp on like those moments. The play, it's a team, isn't it? It's not. We're not talking about like an individual sport. Like the other guys can actually step up and do something, right? Say what you want about those Yankees teams. Yeah, Jeter was the captain, he was the face or whatever, but they had a lot of guys who pulled their weight. A lot of guys who contributed to those championships.
100%.
We don't need to get into this now, but push comes to shove. Jeter wasn't even the most important member of those teams, and it was Mariano. Anybody that doesn't recognize that, stop.
Right, which again, I think, as great as you want to believe that a player is and proves to you on a consistent basis during the regular season that they're great. On some of these teams, right, where Aaron Judge is essentially dragging you to the postseason, let's not. I don't think we can neglect the mental part of this, where it's like I could understand why Aaron Judge has the numbers that you're just talking about when he looks around, and it's like, could you, the amount of pressure that's on him to produce every at bat in a short series, knowing that the pieces around him aren't great, right? It's not one of these loaded teams. It's not like, Shohei Ohtani, as good as he is, and he's great, has the luxury of not having a good series and still winning because of the pieces around him. I don't necessarily know if Aaron Judge has that luxury. Like, the guy hit 500 last year. They didn't even get to the World Series. He had Soto, they got to the World Series. So, is it Aaron Judge? Is it the pieces around him? Is it a combination of both? Is it because he doesn't have all the pieces around him that he puts so much pressure on himself that he's not able to perform at the level that we're accustomed to seeing? Because that could be part of it. But certain places you get judged differently. Alexander Ovechkin was always judged against Sidney Crosby. Alexander Ovechkin is the greatest goal scorer in the history of the sport. But for a long time, because Sidney Crosby was winning Stanley Cups, Alexander Ovechkin was always denigrated because he didn't. People just expect great players. Like, championships find great players. And that's not how it works in a team sport. Maybe in tennis. Of course, in tennis and in golf, if you're great, you're going to win. That doesn't always work that way in team sports. Look at Henrik Lundqvist.
Yep.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's freaking awesome. He's dragging teams to the finals. You need help around you. Shesterkin, in my opinion, is the best goalie in the league. You need help around you.
Barry Bonds never won anything.
Right. Ken Griffey Jr. never won anything.
Right.
But it's the Yankees, and the Yankees have won a ton of championships, and the last face of the franchise, the last captain, won a lot.
Right.
So
you just expect that to carry over, but what they don't realize is that there's a lot of time that's passed since then already.
Right, but it doesn't matter. Like, whoever the next face of the franchise is in Pittsburgh is going to get judged against Sidney Crosby. Whoever the next, Bedard in Chicago now is going to has to live up to Tane and Kays. Tays and Kane.
You got that one, Ray? Tane and Caves?
It depends on where you're at. How you're how people choose to what the expectations they set for you as the next great player.
Get ready for Rickleball Madness. You'll see Tane and Caves this Friday. We're taking over Pickleball.
That's not
heavy.
true.
No,
that's a lie.
They might. We don't know who these people are, so they might
playing.
be there.
They guaranteed won't be there.
You might play Tane and Caves. You have no idea.
I don't like our chances.
I think you'll beat them. Catch a live broadcast of our show starting at 6 a.m., then stick around for the tournament. We'll crown our champions, then roll right into a college hoops watch party to cap off the day. Rickleball Madness, it's brought to you by Pickleball Heaven, the new standard of indoor pickleball. We'll continue this conversation. We'll also get into the Knicks. They had a fairly convincing win last night, which was a good sign at 800-919-3776. But first, my friend Rick, before he heads over to Calandra's later this afternoon, is going to tell you everything you need to know about a little group of people known as Wild Fork Foods.
You're going to like this, Dan. You look like a guy that loves meat.
Love me some meat. Mass quantities of meat.
And you know what I love? I love a good deal. But this one, it made me do a double take. Beef tenderloin at Wild Fork Foods, only $10 a pound. $10 for tenderloin. And Atlantic salmon portions, $9.98 a pound. That's steakhouse and seafood house quality at home. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. You can shop one of their 7 stores or get same-day delivery, wildforkfoods.com. How about that?
Love it. 800-919-3776. DNR. We roll on here on ESPN New York. Hey, it's 6:59 on this Wednesday. Let's get a check of the roads. Say good morning to our great friend, Debbie Duhane.
Good morning, Dan. Hi, Rick. Alternate side parking rules are in effect. Traffic is a problem, guys, on the Cross Bronx West into Webster Ave. It's an accident, one lane blocked. Inbound GWB 20, Lincoln 25, Holland 30. Troubles on the FDR Drive North in the 70s with a stalled vehicle. 84 East out past exit 8 in Newtown. Watch out for an overturned tractor trailer. No problems right now on Bloomfield Ave, getting out toward the area of Calandra. Traffic is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. If you have questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA builds better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Debbie Duhane, 880 ESPN, New York.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Put it in the box. This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, you'll be feeling March magic when you win your share of $50,000 cash during our Rainbow Riches drawing. Be here every Wednesday in March from 2 to 7 p.m. Each hour, one lucky guest is drawn to win up to $5,000 cash. Earn entry starting at 12:30 p.m. Come chase the rainbow every Wednesday in March, where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, get Verizon Fios and a line of mobile for just $64.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $45 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Well, it's over.
U.S. offense was just garbage.
Yeah, they scored 9 runs the last 3 games.
We didn't put any pressure on them offensively.
You should have expected better. There should have been more production. There's no other way around it.
Yeah, they made their pitches. When they get a pitch, either popped it up or hit the ground. So something like that can't happen. Just couldn't get anything wrong.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
That is right. It is always streaming live on YouTube, which is a wonderful thing. As we welcome you into hour number 2 of DNR, it's Dan and Rick hanging out with you here on ESPN New York. 800-919-3776, the telephone number. Venezuela, champions of the WBC. They eke one past the USA 3-2 last night down in Miami. Congratulations to them. Real quick, Rick, a public service announcement before we get back to the calls here. Apparently, I'm being told, okay, I don't know if you've got the same information. I'm being told that the ESPN New York app, the ESPN app in general, the family of apps is just down, not working, malfunctioning. There's gremlins in it. So it's not happening right now. So what do you do? Yeah, that's what you hear when you try to put on the app and listen to the show. So other alternatives to try to get the show, you can listen on the old radio there on 880 AM, which is a wonderful thing. And then, of course, you can check us out on YouTube, right? You could, on your phone, your whatever. Watch on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's nice.
You like YouTube?
I like YouTube, yeah.
Nice.
I watched the afternoon show on YouTube yesterday. It was nice.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
I was good.
Good.
It's good, solid, yeah.
It's an option.
Yep.
Right, we have it. That is why we have it. Let's go back to the phones as we're talking WBC. We'll get into the Knicks a little bit here. We're going to play Stump later on this hour as well. Jose's in Brooklyn. He's up next here on ESPN New York. Jose, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. So I was calling because I wanted to state that the World Classic Baseball Tournament is not going to be the same as, like for Judge. It's not the same for Judge as far as, like, we're not going to leave him off the hook. He's not winning a championship for the Yankees. It's not the same thing. And then the other thing I was going to say, I was going to compare Aaron Judge's career and Alex Rodriguez's career as a Yankee. Who's the better player? I also wanted to state that... Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Jose. I mean, you're on a roll. I'm just letting you go, man. Get your points out.
Oh, my fault. I was so silent. I thought I was by myself for a moment.
No, we were captivated by what you were saying.
I wanted to say, DiPietro is correct. As a team game, you need the backbone of the whole team. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's important. And the other thing I was going to say too was, like, regarding the Knicks, like Jalen Brunson, he hogs the ball, and his man said it yesterday. I just wanted to point that out too about the Knicks. Josh Hart scored 33 points. That's wild.
Yeah. Jose, thanks for the
have a blessed day, man.
Okay, thank you too. Yes. Thank you too. I'll tell you, if Josh Hart's your leading scorer, though, you got problems. So, when all things being equal, when you're playing real NBA teams, like that can't happen. Jalen Brunson needs to be the guy. But we'll get into the Knicks a little bit later on. Who's a better Yankee, Alex Rodriguez or
Judge.
Aaron Judge? I would agree with you, Aaron Judge. And remember, this throws the whole ring thing into the conversation because A-Rod's got a ring, and A-Rod was very instrumental in them winning that ring in 2009. He was fantastic in the playoffs.
He was huge, but he would be another one of those great players that wasn't the same player in the postseason.
Absolutely.
Until he finally was.
But A-Rod, I mean, look, all the drama off the field and
he's one of the greatest players in the history. He's one of the greatest players in the history of the sport.
He's also a better player than Derek Jeter is. I mean, just in terms of like baseball player. But, again, even though he has a ring, and that's supposed to be the end-all, be-all in some people's minds, Aaron Judge is a better Yankee than Alex Rodriguez.
I don't disagree, but I mean, you have the same thing going on in the NFL right now too, right? I mean, if you want to draw a comparison between what Aaron Judge is doing with the Yankees and an NFL football player, I would probably throw him in the same mix as like Lamar Jackson right now, right? Because I mean, the criticism with Lamar Jackson is he's got 2 MVPs, probably could have 3 MVPs,
should have 3, yeah,
and you just haven't seen that MVP version of him in the postseason. But you also recognize like it's not just him. Like if Mark Andrews makes that, like there are certain things that happen during the course of a game, or just a run in the playoffs that aren't his fault, but because he's the quarterback, because he's a multiple-time MVP, that's how he'll be judged.
You think Dave would come off of that Super Bowl 60 thing anytime soon if he thinks back to one of those playoff runs for the Ravens? Like one of the Lamar MVP years. What was it? The one where Kansas City went into Baltimore and beat them in the AFC Championship game. Remember that Baltimore team led the world in rushing that year. Led the world. That was their bread and butter. And then for some reason in that championship game, in their own stadium, they completely abandoned the run. It's like they didn't even know how to run the ball. They didn't even try. But that's their head coach. That's their head coach who signed off on that.
Head coach, offensive coordinator, it sounds like that relationship between, Harbaugh and Monken may have been one of the reasons why Harbaugh was let go, just because he didn't want to get rid of Monken, and Lamar, I guess, wasn't a big fan. So for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. Dave is 65 or sooner, and he is all in with John Harbaugh.
He's overlooking all those things.
All of it.
He's overlooking. Let's say hi to Wes in East Hanover. It's always good to hear from him. Wesley, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well, Dan. Haven't talked to you in a while, but Rick, I talk to you all the time. So here's my thought.
Not especially saying, Rick.
No.
I'm nice to Wes. Dave's the one Dave's nasty to Wes.
Well, Dave's not here, so screw him.
Oh.
Exactly. So we root for other teams, and we admire Aaron Judge. We are like, man, this guy does things on a day-in and day-out basis that nobody else in the league is doing. And Yankee fans who get to watch him day out and day in do things that nobody else in the league is doing, they hate him. And it doesn't make sense to me. I love Aaron Judge. I told my wife last night, this may be the only time in my life I get to root for Aaron Judge over Acuna. And I was excited to do that. And yet this morning, Aaron Judge is the GOAT in the bad sense for a tournament that doesn't mean anything because he went 0 for 4 last night. When you take the semifinal game out and you just throw it away, it doesn't make sense why they hate him so much. And that's my thought. You have a great player and you hate him. Craziness. Yankee fans are delusional. I'm sure I'll get roasted again, but it's the truth.
Well, I don't think they hate
hate
Aaron
is a strong
Judge.
word. Yeah.
I think they're more inclined to dislike their team right now when the people making the decisions. I think that they don't love Brian Cashman, and I think there's a lot of Yankees fans that are probably all set with Aaron Boone. I mean, we'll hear that for the whole season.
It's like displaced anger.
Right, but those decisions have already been made, right? Now, once you get to the season and the team is made and players are playing, it's like now you're at the mercy of whether or not your team is good enough, if the players are good enough, and the best player in your team is Aaron Judge, so he's your hope now. And I think they wanted, which I mean is as delusional as you want to make it, they wanted a sign that in a big moment Aaron Judge would come through to give them hope that when they're back in that big moment for the Yankees, he'll come through for them.
I mean, it's amazing to me because when all is said and done, we think, if he continues on this trajectory, we're going to look back at Aaron Judge's career and his time with the Yankees, and we're going to be sitting here talking about the best position player, everyday player, that the Yankees have probably had since, the Mickey Mantle. Let's face it, right? I don't think I'm wrong there. He's the best everyday player the Yankees have had since Mickey Mantle. Because we said he's better than A-Rod, better than Jeter. Okay? Those would be the only two arguments. The best Yankee since Mickey Mantle. Everyday player. I'm not throwing Mariano into this. He's a pitcher. Different story. Best everyday player is what you're talking about with Aaron Judge. A guy who should have 4 MVPs. Is arguably, the best player in baseball, not named Shohei Ohtani, and yet fans are just unappreciative of him, it seems like.
Right, but, listen, when Shohei doesn't pitch, Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball. When Shohei does both, you can't even compete with that, right? That's a cheat code. But, yeah, he's putting together a Mount Rushmore resume as a Yankee. The only thing missing, which is the most important thing to Yankees fans, is championships. Or a championship.
A championship, right. Stephen Chappaqua up next here on ESPN New York. Stevie, good morning. How are you?
Gentlemen, you're terrific. I just want to go back to Game 7 of last year's World Series. Ohtani came within a hair of being the GOAT. He gives up the 3-run home run to Bichette in the first inning. He gets bailed late, not by himself, Betts, and Freeman, but by Muncy, Rojas, and Smith. That's how they won with those heroics, and the center fielder's amazing catch.
Right,
so,
because it's a team. Like Miggy Rojas hitting the game-tying home run, Pages the catch in the outfield. Right, it's still a team at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So, I so want Judge to get it done, but, you need help.
Listen, at the end of the day, right, it's once you've established yourself as one of the greats, the expectations change. Right, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Like, I mean, think about the NBA, and because LeBron, and this was partially his own fault because he was chasing ghosts and he wanted to be Michael Jordan and everything else. I mean, he was being judged at a whole different level than everyone else. That, I mean, like, he went to 8 straight NBA finals, and people were like, well, he didn't win enough. He lost too many finals. What, did those teams that he dragged to the finals belong to the, like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
So he should have done what? Lost in the conference finals? That would have been better for him?
Well, I mean, it goes even like for football with Tom Brady. You know, people talk about the Tom Brady championships, and he's, well, you know, like when he passed whatever quarterback, did this guy, okay, well, what about the guys that also chipped in helping him get these championships? Right? Like if the Malcolm Butler interception doesn't happen, that's one less championship. Adam Vinatieri, he doesn't make how many kicks? That's a couple less championships. You know what I mean? Like it takes other people to play their role, but it doesn't make them any better or any less of a player, right? I mean, let's face it. Like Tom Brady, for example, like that, the Malcolm Butler one. Like he walked off the field, Patriots had the lead, right? He did his job, and then he turned it over to his defense. And if Seattle wasn't stupid and didn't call a pass play at the 2-yard line, they probably win that Super Bowl, and then Brady's got one less, and you're going to look at him potentially different because he's got one more loss in the Super Bowl. Well, he did his job, right?
Right, but that's, I mean, it's not fair, but it's the reality. That once you've established yourself as one of the great players in your sport, you get judged differently. And it's not fair in a team sport because everyone else has to do their own jobs. But when they don't, you're the one that gets criticism for it. I mean, when Josh Allen left the field and Kansas City went up in 13 seconds and kicked the field goal, is that Josh Allen's fault? No, but I mean it's the reality of the situation. And because Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, he gets that goes on his record. And he gets judged on it as opposed to everyone else that was a part of that.
Steven Chapico reminded me of one other thing, too, that with that phone call. Bo Bichette's a Met.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby. Top 10 MVP, National League. He stays healthy. Mark it down. Top 10. Don Hahn and Rothenberg with Rick. Going to be live from Calandra's Bakery
and Ken
Caldwell. But the copy here says Rick, but I'll mention Ken. Caldwell, New Jersey, later today. Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell. Fresh bread, classic Italian pastries, baked daily. Taste the tradition today. Now, I'm going to go out on a line and assume they have other food. It's not just like a bakery, right?
Oh, no, delicious food.
That's what I mean. So you're going to get
they had the food. We had a lot of Calandras for Couchcast that we did.
Italian delicacies and things like that.
Delicious
right?
olive oils. Yeah, it's a fantastic place.
See that? Nothing better than hockey and olive oil.
Oh.
And Rick and Ken Danico, they're all going to be there. It's going to be a grand old time, and you get to see the 7th and 8th place team in the Metropolitan Division duke it out tonight. So it should be a lot of fun.
Why are you trying to be a wet blanket? It's going to be a great night.
Why am I trying to be a wet blanket?
Because you're not going to watch the 7th and 8th place. Come on.
Well, I got to do the game, so I'm right there with you, baby.
You should be doing it live.
No, I'm going to tape it. I'm actually going to finish the show, go into our recording studio here, and tape everything I got to do.
You should be live at. We have all the stuff set up. We go right from us to you. We just kick it right. You sit right next to us. Boom, you're doing the pregame.
No, there's going to be too much interference with the olive oils and stuff. Can't do that.
Yes, because you know what? You're not a man of the people. You're not a man of the people.
No, I'm very much of the people.
You're like a gremlin. You don't come to the beach bash. You don't want to come to Calandra's. I mean, you're no fun. That's it. I mean, this is what I'm finding out, is that you, as social as you like to be around the office, you don't like to go mingle with the people.
Well, doesn't that count as mingling with the people?
No,
if you talk to people at the office, you're mingling with people.
You need to go out there with the fans of the show.
I don't think the fans want any part of it. Come on. What do the fans care?
You could do your voices. You could bring your guitar. You're like a one-man show.
I really am. I
don't think that you're really taking full advantage of your skill set.
Probably not.
I think Beach Bash, you do a little song with Don, and then you do a puppet show with voices.
A puppet show?
A puppet show. A live puppet show.
What is this, like the 19th century? A puppet show?
Do you know how good with all your voices you'd be at a
It'd be
puppet show?
fantastic, I know.
I mean, I could just think back of what we've done so far with your voices.
I know.
I had
There's
the
so
stomach
many things.
I had the stomach thing. I had the worms. You were the worms.
How is that, by the way? Is the worm all out of there?
The worm is fine.
Nice.
Killed
I'm
those
happy
bad
for
boys.
you.
Yep.
Funny. Rick's funny. 800-919-3776. Remember, we got Stump coming up a little bit later on. I would say in about, maybe a half an hour, somewhere around there. We'll get into the Knicks as well. They actually had a walk in the park last night against the hapless Pacers, which was nice to see. It's Dan and Rick. It's DNR right here on ESPN New York.
Yeah, this message is for Rick. Hey, Rick, how you doing? This is your worm.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
It's Chuck Devine with SnowCountry.com. Sponsor your job on Indeed. Get matched with quality candidates with Indeed-sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today. It's a reboot back to winter with some northern ski resorts back to making snow like Killington in Vermont. They love those nights in the teens so they can fire up the snow guns, and they're dedicated to longevity. And colder temperatures for the rest of March preserves the snow on well-covered snowmaking trails. Thunder Ridge on 16 slopes and the top-to-bottom coverage is very good. Wyndham on 3 dozen trails in the Catskills, Hunter and Bel Air both 80%. It's groomed, loose, and frozen granular on a firm, hard-packed base with the colder temperatures the next couple of days, so keep those ski edges freshly sharpened. Gore Mountain, 28 miles in the Adirondacks, frozen, granular, and hard-packed. Butternut and Jiminy are back in the Berkshires. Killington and Stratton on 2/3 of their terrain in Vermont.
You don't just ski or ride, you dominate. At Killington, we fuel your adventure. Be the beast. Ski and ride Killington.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com, because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800 1-800-568-2790. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-568-2790 or biglou.com.
Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN, New York. All seriousness, though, like now that the World Baseball Classic has come and gone,
Why are we
guess.
playing this?
What's
why,
that?
Why are we playing this, Ray?
Well, this is what reminded me of the fact that I think, knock on wood, I don't think there were any injuries to report from the WBC, right?
I don't think so. I mean,
well, the Edwin Diaz one stands out because that was the catastrophe the last time we had the tournament.
Right, as they were celebrating, and then Ray wants to bring it back, and he's not even a Met anymore, Ray.
Yeah, why does it bother you?
Because it bothers me because I didn't want him. I didn't want him to be a Dodger, Ray. I wanted him to be a Met.
You know what I learned about Ray? And like I said, I've known Ray forever. But you think you know people? I just had no idea the depths of the love and just the full, like Dave Gettleman, Daniel Jones, the full bloom love he has for the World Baseball Classic. Like full blown.
He loves it.
I was just in there. He couldn't stop talking about it. How much he liked it.
I'm annoyed by the half measures. Basically, I was ranting and raving about.
Have you seen Ray hit a baseball before?
Yeah, he's a big baseball fan.
No, have you seen him hit a baseball?
I can't recall.
Well, because none of us.
It wasn't great.
Because none of us have. He didn't.
Well,
make
that's
contact.
not true. That's not true.
Because he didn't make contact, Dan.
Well, then he didn't hit the baseball.
Exactly right.
Which is the joke. Yes.
So he didn't miss anything. But I am the only one on the show that I made a bet with Dave that Ray will hit a home run at a Sasso event at some point.
Is that even still a thing?
Is that a thing? I don't know. I mean, does anybody even go to these anymore
How dare
at this
you
point?
guys? How dare you?
When's the last time you went to one?
I have. Did you? I
didn't go last year.
I just told you my schedule like 2 breaks ago, and you chastised me for it.
Even in the
when
summer.
am I making time for this?
Right, he's got no time. I
didn't chastise you for it. I said I'm troubled by what you're doing. That's not chastising you. I'm worried about you.
I appreciate
Rick is great in the fact that, like, if I say or you say that can't do something because we have no time, we're busy, like, then you get read the riot act. But when he has no time, it's justified.
No,
his is the only way to be busy.
It's not that. It's like when I'm exhausted, right? Because I haven't slept, or I got home late and I woke up at 2:00 in the morning. I'm cognizant most of the time. Sometimes I slip up that Ray never sleeps. So me saying I'm tired with Ray in the room seems like I'm being a baby.
No, you're right.
When you say you're busy compared to my level of busy, I apologize for not giving you as much credit for being busy. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Thank you for the busy apology, by the way.
If I can find time, then you can find time.
If I could change.
Exactly right.
You could change.
Yes. It's one of my. It's a very quotable movie for me. I've quoted Rocky.
Well, apparently, and you can pick it for your top 20 too. Greatest sports movies.
I've quoted Rocky a couple times. It's not how many times
you get knocked
hit.
down.
You got knocked down. It's you get up, and then you keep going forward.
Sounded like Rocky with the delivery.
Yes. that was
Punchy.
yeah, right. That was CTE Rocky. That was post career Rocky.
Oh my God. No, but I mean, obviously, I'm fighting. Like, I was thinking about it. Like last night when I finally got to bed.
Yeah.
And yesterday was miserable. I'll be.
Did you make love last night?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for you.
With
Good for you.
with NyQuil.
Bring
Good
it.
for you.
Oh my! Like so.
Bring it.
I may have got like a few hours, and then I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if Ray made it home yet from the Garden.
Yeah.
You know, after that Knicks game. Because I felt like absolute poop yesterday. But
you didn't look great. You battled through it. I'll tell you what. I give you tons of credit.
I don't want to take any bows, but it was. Let's just put it this way: it was a long day yesterday.
Yeah, especially when you like it early in the morning, like in the 6 o'clock, like 6 to 6:15, and you had no sun yet in the room, and you had the strobe light going on with the TV. It was great.
Brutal.
Nose just dripping. You're a warrior.
It wasn't 15 minutes. Try 7 hours, basically.
You were a warrior yesterday.
7 hours of that.
Which is why you should come to the event today.
It's amazing how he just tries to like rope everybody up. You know what you're doing? You're doing like the conduit thing.
Yeah.
But instead of like doing it in the office, you're like doing it here just like on the
RJ's going. RJ, I talked RJ into coming.
No,
RJ's
that was I heard that. That was like the most kind of like insincere. Hey, RJ, so you coming to the thing?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't even say, like, will you come or why don't you come? You were like, so you're coming to the thing, right?
Right.
Knowing that RJ lives like 90 miles away.
Well, I mean, it's a party. Let's go.
That's the last thing RJ wants to do.
RJ's got some stuff going on with he's got a baby on the way. He's a busy guy.
Listen, I think it's a great event, though. I think I'll be there Friday. I won't be able to make it tonight, but I think everyone should go to Calandra's.
Are you going to play any pickleball on Friday or no?
I would like to. In the tournament, no. I'd like to try to, get some reps in.
Do you want to potentially sprinkle in with Dave and I? Like if
sprinkle
we're playing
what?
If we're playing for 2 straight hours, like maybe you.
Oh, like a substitution?
Right, he's part of the team. Maybe you jump in a little bit.
I mean, maybe. I don't know if that'll be allowed, but yeah,
I
maybe.
think it'd be nice.
Wear your DNR hat so they know you're on the team.
Well, I think there's today is Wednesday, Dan, so we're going to have to put out the injury report for our pickleball team. I don't know what kind of shape Dave's in either.
That's right. It's Wednesday.
Dave's also coming off vacation.
He's in Florida. Can we imagine what his face looks like?
I have a lot of concerns about where his preparedness level is. I don't know what he's been up to.
I don't think he's down there in spring training getting ready for this.
I don't know what he's been eating like. I don't know what his intake. I mean, he's been priding himself that he's taken in like 17 calories a day.
Yeah, 17. You're right.
So that's probably up to like a couple G's.
Yeah, a couple thousand maybe.
So I'm a little worried about what kind of shape he's rolling into.
Now the conversion rate 17 equals a couple thousand.
This is like when you send the players away in July. Like you break
and they get arrested. And they get arrested. Yeah.
Dave, he might be in the pokey right now. We don't know.
Don't do anything stupid.
There's a chance he comes back.
I feel like we would know.
There's a chance he comes back looking like Fire Marshal Bill again. I mean, let's call it what it is. There's no way he brought a bucket hat. Like, he's sitting out in the sun.
You don't think he learned this lesson?
No. Baking his face off. That's exactly what's going to happen.
You just see the sunburned mugshot making its way around Twitter.
Did it? Maybe he shows up and did it happen in Florida tomorrow.
I think I know the DHIF for tomorrow, right? You have a good one stored up.
It's from Dan, yeah.
Yeah. How about that?
You sent it with correspondent.
I think a while ago, too, right, RJ? That was like the ways away.
Were you here when Ray did the DHIF while RJ was gone about the guy sexually assaulting a dead deer?
No, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, that one went over well.
Was that in Florida?
I believe.
No.
No, it was not. No. Ray really painted. You know what the best part of that was, Dan? That Ray painted a verbal picture of what this. Wanted
to make sure he had the details.
Yeah, there was hair. It was nice. Really well
as descriptive as his love for the World Baseball Classic.
It was it was so good. SNL took it.
Yeah, right. SNL did it.
They did it on the Weekend Update.
You got in trouble for that one though, Ray.
No, not at all.
Well, John didn't love it. Come on.
I didn't hear about it.
Really?
Didn't hear about it.
I got to get more details on this one then. Wow.
No, you don't. You don't really.
Why?
It was disturbing. It was a disturbing story.
Off air. I'll get this off air. We got a break. And when we come back, we'll get the WBC calls out of the way here. We also then have to play Stump. That's coming up in about 15, 20 minutes or so. It is all happening here on this Wednesday. It's DNR on ESPN New York.
Hi, I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person. And at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm, from the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me, and the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too, someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino. And let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
Right now, FanDuel's dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to learn more. Right now, FanDuel's dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait.
These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. 21 and over in physically present New York. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S preferred all-wheel drive for just $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM108368. MSRP $31,435. Zero security deposit. Ends 3/31/26.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
It's DiPietro and Rothenberg's Pickleball Madness. This Friday at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, Long Island. Come out and watch them play, dominate, or be humbled.
Meet Rick DiPietro and see his hot, sexy body and play pickleball with him.
Get to play, pickleball with Rick and Dave, and it's going to be great.
The show starts at 6 a.m., followed by pickleball at 10 a.m. and a tournament watch party at noon. Come out and see the guys. Enjoy the pickleball and college hoops action. Entry is free and open to the public. Brought to you by Pickleball Heaven. We'll see you there.
All right, Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tonight at 6:40 p.m., Prairie View A&M takes on Lehigh in the first fours. They battled to be a 16 seed. Those games last night were exciting as all hell. Then at 7 p.m., Rangers host the Devils. Our coverage begins at 6:30 right here on ESPN 880. 7:30, the Nets welcome the Thunder to Barclays. That one I'm sure will go well. Finally, at 9:15 p.m., it's Miami of Ohio. The fighting Travis Steels taking on SMU for the right to be an 11 seed. It's Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew. Original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Congrats to Howard and Texas for the two play-in wins last night. Texas winning on a last-second shot, which was kind of exciting. No? Nothing? Crickets?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to getting the tournament going. I'm trying to figure out my bracket here. I have a
normally we have a pool to join, right? But
right,
no,
which we
that's
don't.
not this
so
year.
now I have a school bracket that I'm doing. Trying to finalize that.
The Leprechauns aren't doing a bracket?
No, we couldn't. I told you we couldn't find one. I mean, if maybe I left one, the Leprechaun would have done one for me, and it would have been lucky. But he was up to no good. Took all the money.
I mean, like I said, I can't believe it's here already with this tournament. And that's the thing with the WBC. Like the WBC, like they knew that they had to get this thing done before the tournament started, so like they could still have it like its own spotlight, if you will.
Did you see Buster Olney's proposed changes?
No, I did not.
So what would happen was the games, the preliminary games, he would have take place in March.
Okay.
And then he would postpone the semifinals and the finals till the All-Star break. How do you feel about that?
And so not have an All-Star game?
No All-Star game. You'd have a home run derby still, but then you'd have real actual games, WBC games, as the festivities.
Here's the problem with that, though. You're not 1,000% guaranteed.
Oh, no, I take that back. There would also be an All-Star game.
There would also, okay. You may not then have the same rosters. Like, for example, if you have your prelims in March, whatever teams then qualify for the semis, whatever it is, let's say, one of the countries in the semifinals, like they lose an important player or two to injury leading up to that.
Yep.
And then you're going to have to put somebody else in there who maybe isn't as good. Like
right. Here's the thing I would say, though, also, is when you go to an All-Star game, period, it's not much of a break. So now on top of that, you would do – so he's got a home run derby on Monday, WBC semifinals on Tuesday, All-Star game on Wednesday, the finals on Thursday, and then 2 off days. Like that's – I mean, you're during the course of 162. Like, I mean, that's –
You're looking forward to the home run derby on Netflix now? Isn't that where it's going to be, or starting this year?
I got all the streaming, buddy. I'll tell you what I'm not excited about is that I had Prime, and there was no commercials, and now I got to pay extra money to get. Now I got commercials, and I got to pay more money.
That is how they get you.
And I'll tell you what, you get so spoiled. I can't sit. I don't want to sit through. It's 90 seconds, but I don't want to sit through it.
No, because then you're sitting there watching that clock, and you're watching the countdown, and it's like, why is this taking longer than it needs to be?
Nuts.
It's torturous. No, the other thing they're talking about, though, potentially, I was telling Ray this a little while ago, with the Olympics in a couple of years, if Major League Baseball plays in it, the league is going to shut down for probably 2 weeks minimum. And what they're suggesting, remember, this all has to be collectively bargained still, but what they're suggesting, one of the alternatives for the numerous amount of players who aren't going to go to the Olympics, like what do you do with them? They would play like games.
No.
Controlled scrimmages against minor leaguers, like just to be able to stay in rhythm, because you have to, right? Like pitchers, you have to, the pitchers have to stay stretched out. You don't want the hitters getting rusty. It's not like hockey; you could just shut the sport down and then get back on the ice and work off the rust as you see fit. But
take a nice little vacation. That's the best part.
Yeah, but not for 2-3 weeks, Kim.
No, of course not. Yeah, but you only said that baseball's 6 days.
Right, but the sport is still going to shut down though for like 2 weeks. They're saying.
Right, but you give
it's going to be an extended All-Star break.
Okay, yeah, but which is fine. Give the guys a nice week off and then bring them back.
And they're going to have to play games against minor leaguers. I'm saying that's one of the things that's being
that's great.
That's great. About.
Yeah, but see, that's my favorite part though is that's fine because you're playing like it's the team's running and you're playing against minor leaguers, but you want to play in a tournament where the games are actually meaningful and it's like, oh, what happens if somebody gets hurt? It's a different intensity level. I mean, if you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get hurt.
There you go.
Like Edwin Diaz's knee was gonna happen to Edwin Diaz's knee at some point.
I still can't believe it happened then in that way, but whatever.
That was like when remember Gramatica?
Oh yeah,
jumped
Martin
up celebrating.
Yep,
popped his knee.
That was at the Meadowlands, wasn't it? Wasn't that Ray when Gramatica was celebrating and he popped his ACL? Or that was
Bill
the
Gramatica, yeah. Cardinals.
By the way,
yes,
breaking news: WNBA and the Players Association have a new collective bargaining agreement in principle.
RJ, looks like you're getting the run for your money with stuff you missed.
Well, it's breaking now. I mean, we don't have stuff you missed until 9.
But you went rogue over the entire group. It's not like we were even tipped off to it.
RJ can bring it back later. We'll be fine.
All right, it's 7:42. It's breaking news. It's breaking now. We should mention it.
So what happened again?
There's a deal in place. I mean, there was a CBA negotiation going on. It didn't sound like it was going well. And all of a sudden, we get a deal in principle.
Well, there you go. Okay, so WNBA. Labor peace. Does it say how long it's for?
It didn't say how long it's for, but it sounds like training camp will open up on April 19th. Start of the regular season, May 8th.
Okay, so there you go. Right around it'll be here before you know it. So one less thing to worry about when it comes to the WNBA. Let's say hi to Brian. He's in Manhattan. He's up next here on ESPN New York. What's up, Brian? How are you?
Hey, guys. Disappointing game. The Americans were so just lackluster. They looked nervous, and the Venezuelans looked sort of like into it. So I loved watching it. I didn't think I would, but I was captivated the whole thing. I guess what bothered me was somewhere in the middle innings, I forget when they announced it, but they were sort of mentioning how certain players would not be available for more than an inning. They wouldn't be available unless they were closing. It was like this laundry list of, well, you can do this, but you can't do this, but you can't do that. Like, if you're going to play. Like, I don't understand all these caveats. So I thought it was really high entertainment stuff, and I wouldn't normally say this. I normally don't like guys like the overgrandization of the happiness stuff, but I loved it. I just thought there was a lot of energy, and I'm a 66-year-old guy, so I didn't think I would be a guy who would like that kind of stuff, but it made regular season baseball seem a little dull.
No, I mean, Brian, you're not alone, right? And that's the thing that, we've talked about, and there's a place for it with this tournament. Like, and he's talking about the over-exuberance, the bat flips, that when a guy hits a home run, he's Cadillacing it around the bases, he's pumping his fists, he's hooting and hollering, he gets the home plate, the entire team is out there waiting for him to greet him, they're putting a jacket on him, they're putting a hat on him, they're giving him an espresso, whatever it is. That's cool. It really and truly is. And that's what this tournament is. It doesn't have to be like Major League Baseball. It's a lot of the same players that we see in the major leagues, but it could be played a little bit differently. The crowd is different.
The crowd's different. The atmosphere is different. I mean, just how the again, you have a clubhouse now, and depending on which country we're talking about, that all are used to playing baseball a certain way. So, like when we had this conversation on a Monday or Tuesday, just about how like it's been Major League Baseball's goal, right, to have the players show the excitement, show the joy, like show the bat flip, just like show people how much you enjoy playing the game. And there are players that try to do that, and then you'll have the old curmudgeon on one of the other teams that throws next pitches in his back. But now with these teams, like you have Puerto Rico, you have Venezuela, you have DR, you have these teams that this is how they grew up playing baseball. Like this is not showing somebody up. This is just celebrating a home run or celebrating a big play. And you love to see it because that's how it feels like you were a kid. That's how you would celebrate when you were a kid. And now once it becomes your job and becomes a business, and you have certain players that feel a certain way, now all of a sudden it gets a little bit stuffy and it's not nearly as fun. And spring training just isn't naturally exciting anyway, right? Spring training's like, okay, I want to see my guys do well, get into a groove, and then let's get this thing rolling. Like this is you see a guy play, your favorite players play for a couple innings. You got split squad games. It's like, okay, regular season, let's go.
This is hands down the least amount of spring training I've watched in forever, and that was replaced by the WBC. Like I was watching that, but as far as like Major League Baseball spring training, I've watched next to nothing.
I've checked in, but you're right. Just because this scratches the baseball itch for now.
And during the WBC, like we keep talking about this. Like at least from my opinion, it's almost like what was happening in the 30 training camps. It's like nothing. There was no news. It was almost like everything was on pause for the WBC. Like yeah, they were going about their business. They were playing spring training games, but it's like nothing newsworthy was going on.
Yeah, if you had a bad spring, this was the year to do it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Now, the other thing, too, that I think played a big part in this, and give credit where credit's due, like the powers that be, like having the championship games, like the semifinals, the finals in Miami was a home run, no pun intended, right? Because I remember, what was it, in the year the U.S. won in 17, the semifinals, the finals, that was at Dodger Stadium. L.A. crowds suck. They do, right? I mean, the place is too big. You're not going to have that same type of environment that you would down there. So it was perfect. Like, it was the perfect scene to bring this whole thing home.
I think Major League Baseball got it right. I mean, outside of some of the stuff that they couldn't really control unless they talked to all their teams and said, hey, listen, we don't care what you say. Your guys, like the players that decide they want to play in this thing, they're all in, and we're going to let Mark DeRosa manage, and the managers will approach these games like they're regular games, and you'll have no say about it. But that's the only real negative coming out of this. No one got hurt, which is a positive. USA lost, which is a negative. But like just the idea that it wasn't your absolute very best that decided these games, especially this last game, right? Like not be able to use Mason Miller in that spot. Because DeRosa, he can say what he would. DeRosa would have definitely went to him in the ninth there.
No, but like I said, it's no secret. Like you have to adhere to what the clubs want. You can't go over their heads.
Right. So, I mean, outside of that, I think for the as bummed out as I was last night, and, you know, the lack of offense kind of was like a wah-wah, the crowd was amazing.
To me, you would have liked to see the USA win. It would have been great, fun, whatever. But to me, the biggest achievement, like the biggest box that got checked, in my opinion, that was an absolute must, they had to make it out of pool play.
Yeah.
They had to, because if they did not advance to like the quarterfinals, on top of the whole he said, she said, and them talking out of their you-know-whats, because let's face it, they didn't know the rules. They could try to spin it 6 ways to Sunday. They didn't know the rules. The tiebreakers and the advances, like they talked themselves into a corner. That would have looked beyond incompetent. If then they get bounced on grounds of not knowing what the tie-breaking procedures are, when for the last couple of years or however long like this thing has been built up, all we heard coming from Major League Baseball, USA, the players, the management, Rob Manfred, about how important this tournament is and how special it is. And this is more meaningful than the World Series, some of them are going to have us believe. And if they didn't even know the rules, why the hell should I pay attention? Or why should any average fan out there pay attention to this if the people that are thoroughly invested don't even know what adds up to 1 + 1?
100%. You're spot on.
I mean, that could have been like, I know it's drastic, but like that to me could have sunk this whole proposition moving forward. Like, you might as well just blown up the WBC if that ended up happening this time around.
Right. I mean, the conversation would have been completely different than it is now.
Anytime somebody would have brought up WBC, would have been like, sorry, I don't care. You know, next.
Like at least today we're talking about more like just the baseball-related stuff, right? Like some of the decisions with the lineup, right? I mean, Buxton didn't have a hit in the entire WBC. Right, and they chose to start him over PCA because of matchups and everything. Like those are, at least we're talking about that, and we're disappointed that they lost, as opposed to, hey, they don't really care, so why should we care?
You know, it was a funny moment last night too. Like, I forgot to bring this up. Like, and it's a sign of the times. Like, it's everybody's out to make a buck or whatever. So, like, go back and watch the replay of when Harper hits the home run, and he's rounding the bases, and when he rounds third base, like, he goes to kind of like salute the flag on one of his shoulders, like the patch of the flag on the shoulder in his uniform. But first he looks at the wrong shoulder where the Capital One bank sponsorship is, and then he's got to look over like, oh, there's the flag.
Yeah, you got to remember that the advertisement is the one that's facing out.
He's like, yeah, what's in your wallet? Oh, hey, go USA.
Yeah, but that was a great moment, man. Like, he got the third saluted, then he was pointing to the flag.
Yeah, it was great for Capital One. I would have made that into a commercial. Like, if I'm Capital, like Disneyland, we're going to Disneyland day after the Super Bowl. How is Capital One not on that train? And this morning they already got an ad running. When our guys hit game-tying home runs in the World Baseball Classic, we're going to Capital One Bank.
Because it wasn't the game-winning home run.
It was game-tying home run.
I know, but still.
Big moment.
They lost.
Well, sometimes when you go to the bank, sometimes when you go to the bank, you don't have to win. You could just tie. You break even.
I like to win when I go to the bank.
Well, you win when you go to the bank.
Right,
but not everybody can.
It was a game-tying home run. Had Judge follow that up with a solo shot, and they won. Now
not
we're
everybody
talking.
can come and go as they please to Calandra's, at the drop of a hat, like some people.
Listen, because I'm selfless.
You're less than self.
I am selfless. You ask me to do something for the station, I'll do something for the station.
When the term selfless is thrown out into the universe, like your image is the only thing that comes. It's the first thing that comes to mind.
I think if you Googled it right now, you'd see a picture of me.
Selfless, Rick DiPietro.
Yep,
he's all in.
That's it. I lead with woo, selfless, competitive. You name it. I did my little personality test.
Is that what it was? Is that what you got? I couldn't even remember what mine was.
Selfless. I didn't know if that was an option, but that's what I'm leading with. Selfless.
I saw RJ's the other day because I was talking to RJ at his desk, and like they made up nameplates like for everybody
it
at
says
their
your
desk.
Strengths on it, yeah.
And it has like your 5 strengths underneath your name. Like it says, RJ Santillo, and then like selfless, strong, intrepid. And I'm like, what the hell is all this?
I think his number one is competitive.
Oh, is that what it was? RJ, do you remember yours off the top of your head? Or no?
He's probably screwing
RJ's busy.
No, I'm back. Yeah, I have mine. Mine are, hold on.
Competitive's one, isn't it?
Yeah, competitive, achiever.
Okay, you've achieved a lot.
Discipline.
Very disciplined.
Significance.
Very significant.
And positivity.
And I mean, positivity should be first. RJ's captain positivity.
Okay.
Yeah, why the eye roll? What's your problem with that?
I know. I think I agree with all of those, except that I don't know if the positivity one fits.
He's hung in with the Buffalo Sabres for 15 years, and now they're a superpower.
Listen, he doesn't like when I don't side with him. John got the better of him yesterday. It's okay.
You very rarely side with me anymore.
Listen.
You're Team Dave.
We were on the heater for a little while.
Yeah, and then you got nervous that you were going to snap at Dave, so now you're all Team Dave.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Ray, what are yours? Do you remember?
God, I don't have them readily available.
Ray was like that kid in the class. He's like, please don't call on me. Please don't call on me.
I don't have them readily available.
Ray leads with sexuality. Look at him.
I don't think that's one of them.
Was that on there?
I don't think that's one of them.
Look at him.
How would you arrive at that one, by the way, after answering all those questions?
Charisma.
Like sexuality.
Yeah, look at it. He's just oozing it.
So charisma, sexuality, what's the three others?
I don't know. You pick the first two. Pick the next three. Go
discipline.
for it.
Discipline. Positivity. Compassion.
I mean, what is it like? What kind of like trait would make you a Cowboys fan and stick with the Cowboys like he does?
Glutton.
That's loyalty.
Loyalty,
right. Persistence.
I'll never cheat.
It's a good point, Ray. Again, I wonder why I don't understand.
Foxhole.
We need to do a
guy.
Dating show. I don't know why you fight me on this.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
We don't need to. We're good.
You don't know anybody who does it, like produces those shows, executive producer, something like that? You can't hook him up with? Or get him on the show?
Dave's a documentary guy. We could absolutely do it. He just doesn't want to do it. I told him we'd bring people in studio. A little speed dating, I think, would be nice. Get Tom Bauer in the mix. Tom Bauer's single at the moment.
Tom Bauer could be like the DJ, and he could start busting a tune.
You know what I think we're looking at it the wrong way because we talked about The Bachelor. Keep it in the family.
Yeah, Dave wants to go in the honeymoon suite with Ray.
What if we, instead of The Bachelor, we go Bachelor in Paradise, the party?
Oh, that's what I want.
You can't go there.
I'll host it, RJ.
Yeah.
What, it could be a tag-along situation, like Dak Prescott and his fiance, like two separate parties.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That worked out well. Maybe I could be Ray's spotter. I could help like his coach.
Like the
spotter?
Like the Peyton Manning commercial with the radio and the helmet?
What, are you
exactly right.
The one who's like counting with the tote board?
Yeah, I'll put an earpiece in it. I can tell him, hey, Ray.
Like the hot dog eating contest?
Yeah,
like you sit there and just like add the 1, 2.
Go in for the kiss now, Ray. Come on. You're right there. Tell her how great she looks.
It's just getting very graphic.
We don't need all this. None of this is necessary.
You don't need help. You don't want any help. That's fine.
I don't think he needs help.
Well, but that's him telling you.
I don't think he needs help.
That's him telling you something without telling you something, though.
I'll help Bauer then.
Yeah, concentrate on Bauer. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
You've heard Bauer sing. How that man sings.
Yeah, we got that? Do you have that handy or no? RJ's got to find that.
Oh, they're there.
Booty shaking.
How good is
Just got paid.
There you go.
Friday night, party jumping. Feel all right. Booty shaking. Dance.
Come on.
Hour.
He's saying it with his chest.
Yeah, that was...
I think I doubled it from last time.
You're going to be able to help him?
Yes. I mean, could you imagine that?
I think that'd be a better use of your talents.
I get him hooked up, married. I mean, come on.
What was that movie?
40-year-old version.
Hitch?
He'd be Will Smith?
Yeah. And Bauer's Kevin James.
Hour. Booty shaking.
RJ's just playing it because it makes him laugh.
The booty shaking does get me.
The booty shaking's nice.
You would just never think it. He comes in, he's so buttoned up.
But it just shows you he pays attention, too, because he knows the words of the song. He's got to play the song every Friday, and he remembers.
Well, because he's a big heavy metal guy, like Slipknot. Like, he's a big headbanging guy.
Right. Goes to all those shows, mosh pit and stuff like that. He's not booty shaking in the mosh pit.
No. He's
booty shaking.
The head button, throwing elbows, yeah.
Violent.
He's violent. He's a violent fella. He looks like a serial killer.
Those are fun shows, though.
That's not fun.
Well, if you like that type of stuff, it's fun.
Going into a mosh pit, I don't think is fun.
Now, is that where you're going to have to go, though, to possibly make magic happen? You're going to have to go to those shows, or you're going to take him someplace else?
I'll probably take him someplace else, out of his comfrt zone. Let him expand his horizons.
That's what life is all about. It's about adaptability.
Spread his wings. Maybe he's too comfortable right now, and the workplace is meant to be uncomfortable.
The workplace
is meant to be uncomfortable.
You should start tonight at Calandra's.
I just push the limits. I mean, maybe that's what I do. Maybe I take a picture of Tom, and I just kind of pass it around. Hey, ladies, single, available, play the sound. I think I get him at least one date. I don't even think it's a question. At least.
Oh, unbelievable. You ready for a little stump?
You ready for Stump?
I was born ready.
Okay.
I was born ready. So here's what we're going to do. 800-919-3776. That is the telephone number. And you know what? Mr. Single actually just texted me like 8 seconds ago asking me if I wanted anything. How about that?
But this is the kind of guy I'm talking about.
He deserves happiness.
He deserves happiness is right.
He deserves companionship.
Yep.
He deserves all of that and then some. But by the way, you're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM, HD2, New York. All right, 800-919-3776. Raymond, it's time for Stump.
He's confident.
If I go 10 for 10, you have to reward me in some way.
Like sexually?
He's humble.
Mike Trout is a pitbull on my ass.
He's well-informed.
We'll continue to update you on the Mets and the Yankees, both having today off.
He's Dave Rothenberg, and this...
Oh, God almighty. Now I dropped my phone.
...is Stump Rothenberg.
All right, you know the deal. Dave out, Dan in. Rick's going to chime in as well, because Rick likes playing. And Rick's good at it, too. Like, Rick doesn't give himself enough credit. Like, I don't know what his 5 things are, but one of them is, trivia, stuff like that. I think it's one of your 5. It should be.
Selfless. Yep, selfless.
You're selfless, right. You're absolutely selfless. So you know the drill. Questions abound. We are going to start it off with... Hold on one second. I got to write back to Tom Bauer. Okay, we're good. Let's start it off. He's a nice guy, that Tom Bauer. Let's say hi to Andy in Merrick, who's going to be first up here on Stump. Andy, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Dano. Rick, are you out of your mind? Did you really say that Shesterkin's the best goalie in hockey right now? What's wrong with you?
Right now, I don't know if he's the best goalie in hockey right now, but he's one of my favorites, yeah.
Okay. Dano, I got a NCAA question for you.
Oh, it's appropriate. It is March Madness, right?
It is.
Nice.
It is. 10 times the most outstanding player award went to a player not on a winning team. Today's question is, who is the most recent to win the award but not get the chip?
Like when you say most outstanding player, do you mean like the season of college basketball?
No. Final Four MOP.
Oh, the tournament. That's a good one. A lot of times, though, we don't pay a lot of attention to that, too. That's why it's difficult. Most outstanding player on a team that did not win.
Andy, is it recent or no?
No, it is not recent.
I'm going to say...
Is it somebody that we, like, if we didn't
I think it might be somebody we know, yes, right?
He's a Hall of Famer.
I'll take a guess.
Hold on, dude. Relax first for a second. Just run this by me first, and then we can give our final answer.
Oh, you want me to tell you? If I tell you, then Andy would know.
Well, let's pretend like Andy's not listening. Just tell me.
All right, Andy, earmuffs.
Yep.
Cover your ears. I want to go with, it would have to be like an upset situation. So it's either one of two. It's either going to be like Patrick Ewing from Georgetown when they got upset by Villanova, or even a couple of years before that when Houston got upset by NC State, and then you could pick Hakeem the Dream. It's one of those two guys, but since the Ewing one came after, I might think Ewing would be more recent.
But I don't know if Ewing won, though.
No, he didn't. Oh, he had to have. He was the best player in college basketball.
Yeah, but this is for the tournament, though.
I think that he had a good tournament. I would say, and it's probably
I was thinking maybe because he said it wasn't recent. I was thinking more Hakeem than I was.
Well, like I said, it's only like 2 years apart.
Oh, I know.
I say either Hakeem or Ewing, but Ewing would be the more recent. That's the way I'm leaning.
I would go Hakeem. But that's me. This is your segment.
I'll go Ewing. Rick will go Hakeem. Are one of us correct, Andy?
Oh, yeah, one of you is correct. Save DiPietro. It was Elijah Watts.
There you go.
Yes.
Save DiPietro.
Good job.
And that's all she wrote for me today, boys.
Good job. How about you? God, you're good. See, that was my initial thought, and then I thought about Ewing. I was like, oh, that's right. Ewing came after, as a matter of fact.
Well, see, that's the thing sometimes with those questions where they ask you, like, it's most recent, and then you just, for whatever, like, just naturally you start to think, like, recent, and then him saying that it wasn't. That's a good question by Andy. I like that.
No, it was a real good question. And because, again, like, it's something that we don't really think about. Like, all you think about is, like, who's the champion. It's not like who's the most outstanding player of the, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like Super Bowl MVP.
Right. We think about how's our bracket doing is what we think about.
And by the time you usually get to the Final Four in the championship game, most people's brackets are like the toilet paper in the leprechaun trap.
That was gross.
Right? Maybe it was a bracket. They were trying to do a bracket.
No, it was definitely not a bracket.
All right. Let's say hi to Ken in Mississippi up next here on ESPN New York. Hello, Kenny.
Morning, guys. How we doing?
What's up, Ken?
Not much, man. Hey, my question was a little dry this morning, so this is what we're going to go with. We got a movie question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In the movie The Goonies,
love
One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship was named what?
I just watched The Goonies. Oh no.
You know, Rick, give me a hey, you guys.
Oh, hey, you guys. I just
no,
watched
that wasn't sloth enough.
I just watched it. Oh, man.
I'll do it, but it'd be way too loud.
Do it. Why not?
Give us one.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Oh, what was the name?
What was the pirate ship's name?
It's going to drive me crazy, too, like once you say it. One-Eyed Willie. Oh, God.
Because it's only mentioned like once in the movie.
I just, no joke, in the last month I've watched it, too, and I don't remember. I don't know. I can't help you.
Rudy was in that movie. He was now the president of SAG-AFTRA. I don't know if you knew that.
I had asthma.
And he had asthma, right.
Yeah.
What is it, Ken?
He got the kiss, too, didn't he? He was the one that got the kiss in the movie.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
Accidental kiss, yeah.
It was called The Inferno.
No, I wouldn't have got that.
Oh, sorry, man.
Wouldn't have got that. But like you said, it was only mentioned like once in the movie. No, but that's a good one, Ken. I like that. I like a little Goonies trivia. Like it. You tell me, you want something sportsy or you want movies? Your call.
Let's go sport. We just did movies. Let's go sportsy.
All right, little flip-flop.
Yeah.
The flip-flop.
That's enough One-Eye Willie talk.
All right. You'll deal with that later. Shooter in Stamford up next here on ESPN New York. Hello,
I'm having real back issues right now.
You know what? Guess what? You got pickleball on Friday, so you
I
better
think
clear that
One-Eye
up.
might be on the DL right now.
Come on, boys.
Come on.
Oh,
my God.
Come on, boys.
Hello, Shooter. How are you? Shooter, how was St. Patrick's Day?
It was actually very underwhelming. I didn't see anyone barfing on the train. I didn't see anyone falling over themselves. Nothing. It was like a normal day. I was
real
very
professionals.
disappointed in New York City. What a letdown.
Right. Such a letdown for you. You really didn't get the whole St. Patty's experience then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It was terrible. Knicks game also, I'll tell you, I'll call about that tomorrow. But here's your football question. I feel like you and Rick will be a good team. You should get this, but we'll see. In the NFL, Wes Welker. How many Super Bowls did Wes Welker win?
I'm going to say probably 0. Unless, was he still a part of that 2015 Broncos team? I'm not sure he was.
Well, Wes Welker was the one where wasn't he the one where Giselle said he can't throw it and catch it?
I don't think he won
Wasn't that because of a Welker drop?
Yeah. He cannot throw my husband cannot catch the ball and throw the ball.
Yeah.
And then like he was there in 07 when they lost to the Giants.
Then that's why she pivoted to Taekwondo.
11 when they lost to the Giants. Then he moved on to the Broncos, got destroyed by the Seahawks in the Super Bowl at MetLife Stadium. And I think he was gone by 15. I'm pretty sure he was when they beat Cam Newton. So I think 0. Believe it or not.
They didn't win one with the Patriots?
No.
All right, if he didn't win,
remember, Belichick,
you remember he was in Miami for years before he
only a few years, but they were horrible. Though.
San Diego, then Miami.
Yeah, they weren't going anywhere.
And I don't think he joined the Patriots until
07,
the year the Giants beat him. Yeah.
And remember, Belichick is the guy who gets rid of guys at the first time he thinks that they're turning into not being useful.
Right, and that's when they had. I mean, and then Edelman was the
right.
one.
Then Edelman became the new Wes Welker. Exactly.
Right.
What is it, Shooter?
Booty shaking. You guys got it.
There you go.
It was 0.
0.
Good question, Shake. A good question.
And remember, he made those bad foot fetish jokes about Rex Ryan before the playoff game, and Belichick actually benched him for the first drive or the first quarter of that playoff game, and Jets had the last laugh.
Rex loves feet. What are you going to do?
Did Wes Welker was a coach. He coached RJ's Niners, right? Among other. Where is he now? Is he still coaching? But he was part of RJ's
That's a
team.
good question. Wasn't he coaching? He coached in Miami for a little bit too, didn't he?
He is an offensive assistant for the Commies.
Now he's a commie.
In fact, he's a new offensive assistant. I think they just brought him in.
Very nice.
All right, so there you go. He's still staying in the league, which is good. Let's say hi to Patty in Schenectady, who is up next. Patty, good morning, sir.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Dan, I heard that you're going to be at Calandria's later. That's what all the people are saying on the Twitter sphere, that you'll be there.
I'll be at Calandria's. Rick will be at Calandra's.
He is, Patty, just so you know.
He has a way with words, Rick. He does.
He's antisocial. He's antisocial.
My question is this. The 2000s saw two separate women win a Best Actress award that were both in a sports movie. Hilary Swank for $1 Million Baby. Who was the other woman to win Best Actress, and it was in a sports movie?
Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side.
Oh, you are quick with it, Daniel. Nice job.
It's not the first time he's heard that either, Patty.
Buzzer. There you go.
I only speak truth. That's one of my traits. Truthful.
Now, wait a sec. How come the other one got like 17 of them and that only got one?
Well, it wasn't vulgar.
What's the guy's name was One Eye Willie, right?
Yeah, but you went over the top. You know
what do you
mean?
Did.
You know what you did.
He said that wasn't vulgar. I
wasn't bringing up.
You said it one time. We could have just left it alone, but you kept coming back to it. You said you had back issues.
They stole the man's treasure, right?
Yeah. You said you had back issues.
What was it called? It was called the Inferno?
The Inferno.
The Inferno. Yeah.
I believe that's chlamydia.
And unfortunately, I was trying to make you...
One-Eyed Willie had that?
I don't know.
was trying to make you move on, which you're not doing right now. There you go. There's your multiple buzzers. Move on.
I think the Goonies would have had at least a PG-13 rating if STDs were factored into the
right. If that's why
pirate ship.
Yeah, that's how One-Eyed Willie went.
Right. That's how Sloth ended up the way he did.
How do you cure that?
I don't think you do. Eat a bunch of baby Ruth.
Salt water. Just dip it in the ocean.
rub some salt water.
Rub some seaweed on it.
Is there anything else we can do?
Please.
I'm blaming Rick on that one. I'm blaming Rick.
I like Schwarber with the medal. Can we move on?
This is
we'll just move right and take it to the dugout and get rid of the silver medal, please.
Ray, this is the wholesome family fun you're going to get at Calandra's later today.
Yeah.
Because of
very wholesome.
You want a little movies or you want some sports?
You're good with movies. Let's go movies.
All right, let's go movies. 800-919-3776. Chris and Bethpage up next here on Stump. Hello, Christopher. How are you?
I'm doing well. I got a couple sports questions, too, if you'd like, if you'd rather
Chris,
do
whatever floats your boat and is going to help you get through the day, that's what you do today. That's what I need from you.
All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'll save the movie one for Dave because I know he really likes Oscars. So I got a good one.
So you think I don't like Oscars?
Oh, no, all right.
I'm just not going to sit there and waste time and compile silly lists. That's all.
All right, here we go. All right, so Leonardo DiCaprio became the third actor to star in a movie that won Best Picture. Who were the other two?
What?
That won 3 Best Pictures. So 3 times Leonardo DiCaprio has starred in a movie that won Best Picture at the Oscars. Okay. Now, I'm not saying he won the Best Actor for that, but they won Best Picture, so he became the third actor to have that happen to him. Who were the other 2 that starred in 3 different Oscar-winning movies?
That's a good question.
So who besides Leonardo DiCaprio has done it?
Yeah, has starred in 3 separate movies that have won Best Picture at the Oscars. So leading actor. So obviously great all-time actors, these 2. I'll give you a hint. One of them goes way back, but he's an all-time legendary actor.
Wait a sec. Can I... He was in a movie or was the leading role in the movie?
He was the lead. He had to be the leading role. He couldn't be a supporter. He was the star of the movie, leading actor. And the movie went on to win Best Picture, although he may not have won Best Actor.
I get it.
No, it's a great question.
What were the three Leonardo DiCaprio movies?
Titanic, Departed.
Right, that's it. Yep, and the one that just won.
Right,
yep,
and one battle after another.
One battle after another, right.
Well, obviously, I got 2 movies for Pacino, but I don't know if there's a third one. But technically, are you considering Pacino the star of the first Godfather? Because Marlon Brando was the lead in that movie. Even though Pacino might have been on screen more.
Yeah, no, he was a leading role in that.
Because Marlon Brando won Best Actor for the Godfather. Pacino was up for a supporting role for that one.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'll just tell you right now, Pacino's not one of the answers.
Okay, so there wasn't another one after the Godfather. I didn't think so.
He did win for Scent of a Woman, but Scent of a Woman.
No,
he won
that
the
wasn't.
Oscar,
No.
but that didn't win Best Picture.
No. I don't know if he was in 3 of them as the. Oh! I have one. Is one of them Dustin Hoffman?
Very good. Very good. He's one of them. Absolutely.
Rain Man, All the President's Men. No, not All the President's Men, because Rocky beat that. Rain Man and what were the other 2 for Dustin Hoffman?
It was Kramer versus Kramer.
Kramer versus Kramer, right.
And the third one was...
the Midnight Cowboy?
Yeah, Midnight Cowboy. Very good. 1969 with John Voight. Very good.
That's all right, one. So Dustin Hoffman's one of them. We got one more.
Yeah. Now, you got to go way back, but he's an all-time legendary actor.
But so it's even like before Dustin Hoffman, you're saying?
Oh, way before Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, God, I don't know.
But he's legendary.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of guys who are legendary.
You're legendary.
Was it Marlon Brando?
No. Before Marlon Brando. Oh. I'll tell you, this guy did it in 30s. All 3 of his movies were in the 30s.
I don't know. Are we talking like either like Humphrey Bogart or Clark Gable or something like that?
All right, I'll stop you. Very good. Clark Gable.
Okay,
Clark Gable.
Boy. Half credit.
That's tough, though, going back to the 30s.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, that's hard. Chris, thanks for the phone call.
That would have to be one you knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like a little factoid that you come across.
Right.
But I guess it's something that only became a thing after this past week, like he said, because the DiCaprio one was just on Sunday night with the latest one. But I like that. That's a little makes you think.
Yeah, I mean, that's one you can use around Oscar time,
Yeah, you can impress people at Calandras, things like that. We got some NHL questions. You want to do that?
Here we go.
You love the NHL.
Lots of pressure.
You know what? And Ray told me before the show today, and I wasn't even going to come. He told me you played in the NHL.
Yeah, that's a rumor.
Are you all this time? I had no idea.
All this time.
I had no freaking idea.
Yeah, you know what? I pretend like it didn't happen.
You are people. You have many talents. Let's say I got a Mark in Melville. He is up next here on ESPN New York. Hello, Mark.
Hey, boys. How are you?
Good morning, Mark. What is the word?
All right. Which team has Ovechkin scored the most goals against in his career thus far?
All right, so you'd like to think a division opponent, but Washington has been in multiple divisions throughout his career.
Penguins?
You just blurted the answer out?
I'm spitballing here.
Okay, so it could also be the old Southeast Division. Remember, there was a lot of games against the Carolinas, the Floridas, and you would like to think maybe it's a bad team, too, that he scored a lot of goals. I will say...
I think he only scored 5 against me. I think 5 is the
Only
number.
5? Okay.
But I think Marc-Andre Fleury was like high on that list, so that's why I was thinking maybe Pittsburgh. But
let me ask you the question: Can we get a hint? Is it current Metropolitan Division team, or was it the old Southeast Division that they were in?
It is not a Metro team. It was in the Southeast, but now the team relocated to the Western Conference.
Oh, so that's
Atlanta?
No.
It's Wait, they relocated to the Western Conference.
I will say the team that was in the East wasn't around for long and didn't have many playoff appearances. if that helps.
Well, like
that relocated to the West.
Yes.
This feels like an Atlanta Thrashers kind of
That's
deal.
what Rick said. Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta that became Winnipeg.
You guys laughed at me.
I didn't laugh at you. Was it the
that
Atlanta
the final?
Thrashers?
It is.
I said that.
Yeah.
You guys
He
mocked
said
me.
Atlanta.
Unbelievable.
You could have met the Flames.
Right, you could have met the Flame. You know who was a Flame? Jim Craig was a Flame. Atlanta Flame. Miracle on Ice hero, 1980.
I'm glad you clarified.
For the younger generation out there, Raymond.
That a boy.
Picking up new listeners every 8 seconds. They got meters, dang it. Let's say hi to, let's keep this hockey going because Rick is on a heater right now. He only gave up 5 goals against Ovechkin. He knew the Atlanta
You got to check
Flames.
that number, though. You got to check that number.
I looked it up. It's accurate.
It's 5?
Now,
let me ask you this.
Who let up the most, RJ?
He said Marc-Andre Fleury.
I think Lundqvist is high on that list, too.
Out of the 5 you gave up to Ovechkin, off the top of your head, can you right now say, like, oh, there's that 1 out of the 5 I should have stopped? Or, like, is there one that eats at you?
An Ovechkin goal that eats at me? No. There was an Ovechkin. I made a save in a shootout to win the shootout against him. That was
it's Fleury.
Did you curse at him in Russian afterwards or no?
No, I kind of I knew I had a pretty good idea what he was going to do, so I just kind of stood up and saved it, and then nonchalantly was like, yeah.
You're like an American hero.
28 goals Fleury gave up.
28, and Lundqvist was high too, right?
24.
They played him a lot.
Carey Lettinen.
Don't start making excuses for
Carey
Hank, would you
Price.
please?
Carey Lettinen.
That's a nice little list, though, when you got Fleury, Price, and Lundqvist at the top of your goal list.
I agree. Let's say hi to Javi in Brooklyn up next here. More NHL. What's up, Javi?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Good. What's going on, man?
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Good question. Okay, the march to the Stanley Cup 1994 Rangers, okay? They played the Devils in the semifinals. Game 7. I know you remember the game. Matto's overtime goal, right?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah, we remember.
Who scored the first Ranger goal? The final was 2-1, so...
So who scored the other goal?
Right, who gave him a 1-0 lead?
Yes, exactly.
I don't even know.
I think it's either I think it's somebody whose number's up in the rafters, right?
You think it was Graves?
I believe so.
Yeah. I think it's either Leach or Graves.
It was Leach.
There you go.
Very good.
There you go.
Leachy, one of the great guys of all time, by the way.
Well, Leachy was, remember, your Conn Smythe Trophy winner for that 94 run. Everybody thinks Messier, but Leach won the Conn Smythe as the outstanding playoff performer.
I got to tell you, that team, the World Cup team I played on.
Yeah. What year was this now?
Probably the greatest collection of U.S. talent in the same locker room. I'm not including myself.
Not the 7th place 06 Olympic team?
No, that was kind of towards the end of it. That was the tail end of it.
Yeah.
This was what was it? It was 04, 05. It was right after the lockout, right during the lockout, that World Cup. But it was Hull, Keith Kachuk, it was Madano, it was Leach, it was Chelly, it was, Billy G. It was unbelievable. Tony Amonte. It was what a locker room that was.
Who were the other goalies on your team?
That's a great question.
Well, you really bonded with them.
Ashe. Robert Ashe was one of them.
And John Graham was the other guy on the Olympic team.
John Graham was the other one in the Olympics. Who was the other one on that team? I don't know if it was Conklin. I don't know who it was. It's a good question. That's sad that I don't know that.
It wasn't Richter. Richter was done.
Richter was done. No, Ricky was done.
That's a good one. We'll think about that. Let's say hi to Rashad in the Bronx up next here on Stump. Rashad, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Dan. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, fellas in the control room. All right, so Kenneth Walker was the last non-QB to win the Super Bowl MVP. Can you give me the last 2 before him to win the Super Bowl MVP that were non-QBs?
KJ Wright from the Seahawks in the previous Seahawks Super Bowl, the one at the Meadowlands.
It was Conklin, yeah.
Ty Conklin was the other goalie.
Yep, I know. I don't remember that.
Oh, Conklin was the other goalie.
Conklin was, yeah.
Ty Conklin.
Yeah.
Not Tyler Conklin. To be confused with the great tight end. Now,
where's he? Chargers?
Lions.
Oh, Lions.
Just signed with the Lions.
Yeah, good.
Just was at the facility yesterday. Wow. Pictures and everything. So KJ Wright. No, not KJ Wright. That was Malcolm Smith. Excuse me. Malcolm Smith. Why do I get those two confused? They're both linebackers. That's why. Malcolm Smith. Correct, right, Rashad? That's one.
Unfortunately, no.
What? Or was it KJ?
No.
No, what about Deion? Deion Branch won it.
I'll give
that
you.
was in 2004.
I'll give you a hint. So these two players actually played against each other in the Super Bowl. One of them won the Super Bowl MVP.
Huh? I'm still. Wait a second. I'm still shocked that Malcolm Smith is not one of the answers. That there were two more recent non-quarterbacks. Is that what the question is?
Yeah. Yes. Non-quarterbacks.
So it doesn't have to be defensive player.
Oh, right. So okay.
Oh. I thought it won.
Oh, excuse me, Denver Broncos, right? 2015.
Well, I was thinking more recent than that.
Even more. Well, there's two, right?
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. RJ said.
That's one.
And then was there another one after Von Miller?
Yes.
There was another one.
Cooper Kupp actually played against this player in the Super Bowl. That one of them won the Super Bowl MVP.
Julian Edelman a Super Bowl MVP?
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Good job.
Yes, he got both of them. Yes, good job.
Rashad, good one. I like that. And my apologies, by the way. It was too quick to answer. I thought he meant, I don't know why I was thinking defensive player. But I like that.
Are you ready for some of the names in this team quickly?
Yeah, quick.
So you got
you don't have to be quick. Go ahead. We got time.
Tony Mane, Chris Chelios.
Mm-hmm.
They got Drury, Gomez, Billy Guerin, Brett Hull, Brian Leach, Mike Modano, Brian Rolston, Brian Smolinski, Keith Kachuk, and Doug Wade.
You were like a child compared to those guys.
That's a pretty solid. I mean, that's some serious Americans.
Were you even old enough to vote?
04, I was what, 23?
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, listen, played one game, had 16 saves on 17 shots, a little 941 save percentage.
That's the old 941.
941. Thanks for coming. Take it.
Beautiful. That's our guy. World Cup of Hockey. Let's say hi to Javier in Queens. He's got a shot here on Stump. Hello, Javi. How are you?
Good morning, boys. Thanks for taking the call. All this Goonies talk's got me thinking of my favorite candy bar, the Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth?
Baby Ruth also also famous for what movie?
Caddyshack.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
They're
throwing candy bars down to the cellar at Sloth like he was a freaking animal, which he was essentially. Right? I mean, how many other ways can we describe it? What would you call it, Rick?
Yeah, they kept him. He was kept in captivity, man.
Yeah, I think he was a deranged lunatic,
all chained up.
Yeah. All right. So my question is, who was the actor that played Sloth? No, I'm just kidding. With the NFL draft coming up,
who's no longer with us, played for the Raiders.
With the NFL draft coming up, obviously quarterback historically in the NFL draft has been the number one pick. What is the second position historically that has been the number 2 pick in the NFL draft?
Defensive end?
It's one of two things. It's either that or running back.
No.
Dude, running backs used to be the focal point of an offense. Running back was taken before Lawrence Taylor in the NFL draft. George Rogers.
What about offensive lineman, no?
The problem is, I mean, how far back are we going? We're going back like, gazillion years, right? It's either one of those two.
So we're talking about the history of the draft, not the modern era. We're talking about the history of the draft, yeah.
It's either running back or defensive end, like you said. I'll give you this one. What do you think?
No, you go. You're rolling.
I like Rick's answer, but I'll stick to running back.
Ding, ding, ding. Give him the ding.
Look
Historically,
at you.
it's running back. Modern era, it's the defensive end.
There you go.
Good job, Supreme Patriot Dan.
That's me, baby. Thank you, Javi. Appreciate the phone call. I'm a Supreme Patriot. I'm Captain America.
Nice. I like that.
We roll. That's how we roll. That was a fun stump. I like that one. Very, very good today. You guys brought it, man. And you brought it too, my friend. That was like a 941 save percentage performance that you threw out today.
I don't think it was that good.
No,
but
it was good.
It was a nice, solid effort.
Yeah, the Atlanta Flames. That was a great, the Atlanta Thrashers. It was a great pull.
Yeah.
Ilya Kovalchuk.
Yeah.
Savard.
Who else was on that team? My buddy
They had
Ron
another
Hainsey
big
was on that
offensive
team.
player, remember?
Buffon was on that team.
Dustin Byfuglian.
Danny Heatley was on that team.
Danny Heatley. Don't let him get behind the wheel of a car.
Oh, God.
No, it's just a word to the wise out there. Just be careful.
No, it was a Ferrari.
Whatever. That's a car, right? It wasn't a boat.
Yeah, right.
We should break.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Do we do 5-packs anymore, RJ, or no?
We can.
Can we like... RJ,
did you hear
Rick?
Did you hear that response? You were so intent on getting that crack in, you forgot that there's a 5-pack.
Rick, I just took that as I don't think RJ's enthused about the 5-pack, so maybe I'm.
No, I don't think RJ was enthused that where you took the
Danny Heatley conversation.
I think we all had the same reaction in here.
It was more of a teaching tool. Be careful. That's all.
Yes, please. 5-pack, ready? College hoops.
Did you? No, seriously. I feel like I'm forcing this on you now.
No, not at all.
No, he's ready. He did the work.
Jared Sullinger.
Ohio State.
Good job. Austin Rivers.
Dookie.
Yep. Mo Harkless.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm going to have to pass on that one.
We'll come back. Closer to home than you might think. Deion Waiters.
Syracuse.
Yep. Victor Oladipo.
Victor Oladipo is Indiana.
Yep. Back to Mo Harkless.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I think you know this.
I know this one.
Harkless.
Don't think too hard.
St. John's.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at
Before
you.
you just said that, I was going to go there. There you go. Yes. Why did I blank on that?
Because you said
I don't
something.
know.
You said something crazy before the 5-pack, and you're probably your mind is a little bit scrambled.
I moved on.
That's 12-2.
Wow.
12-2.
I think you started 1-2 also. So you went on a heater.
So we went like 10 straight?
Yeah, 11.
Wow.
Nice job.
That is tremendous. Good job, everybody. That was a good little stump edition today. Appreciate everybody's involvement there. When we come back, let's talk a little Knicks. They had themselves a nice night at the office last night, and it was a fairly convincing one. You want to see more of those things. That is next. It is DNR right here on ESPN New York. 8:30. Let's get a check of the roads and say good morning once again to Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dan. Good morning, Rick. Hey, on this cold morning, let's see what's happening. Oh, things are heating up on the Cross Bronx East, getting out toward the Sheridan. Accident blocking 2 lanes. Delays back to the George Washington Bridge. At least 45 in at the GWB. Lincoln 40, Holland 40, FDR Drive North in the 70s. A stalled vehicle. Delays back to the 20s. And watch for delays right now as you take a ride over to Route 1 North at Parsonage Road in Woodbridge. Accident with a down pole. Sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
It's Chuck Devine with SnowCountry.com. Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. It's a reboot back to winter with some northern ski resorts back to making snow like Killington in Vermont. They love those nights in the teens so they can fire up the snow guns, and they're dedicated to longevity. And colder temperatures for the rest of March preserves the snow on well-covered snowmaking trails. Up to 18 trails for Camelback in the Poconos, Thunder Ridge in southern New York, and Mountain Creek's back on their South Peak. Wyndham on 3 dozen trails in the Catskills, Hunter and Bel Air both 80%. It's groomed, loose, and frozen granular on a firm, hard-packed base for those 2 spots, and for Gore and Whiteface with at least 50 trails in the Adirondacks. Butternut and Jiminy are back in the Berkshires, Killington and Stratton on 2/3 of their terrain in Vermont. Several mountains return later this week.
You don't just ski or ride, you dominate. At Killington, we fuel your adventure. Be the beast. Ski and ride Killington.
Listen, I know the mentality. You try to play through pain and walk it off.
push through one more day. But when it comes to neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that's a losing game. That's when you call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical solutions that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no dependence on pain meds. He builds you a custom game plan for you so that you can move better, feel better, and live pain-free. Same-day or next-day appointments are available. Visit SandwellPain.com. Stop managing pain. Start beating it.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Clinton Yates here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast. Others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
I can't believe the deal we got on these seats for the game.
Wow, they must be pretty high up here. I think my ears just popped.
Yeah, here, put this on.
Is that an oxygen mask?
An official team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're going to need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Don Hahn and Rothenberg with Rick. They're going to be live from Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, New Jersey. Later today, Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, fresh bread, classic Italian pastries, baked daily. Taste the tradition today. That comes your way from 3 to 6:30 this afternoon, right before Rangers Devils. Nice little hockey party, hockey watch party. Stay for the game. Rick is going to be there. Ken Danico is going to be there. I mean, it's basically as much of a hockey atmosphere as one could want in northern New Jersey. I think that's the way we're pitching this thing, and we should pitch this thing. And Rick can't wait to be there.
Don's got it's big shoes to fill. You know, voice of the Devils. So I mean, we got our work cut out for us.
It's hockey, man.
Are you going to do a little like play-by? You should maybe do some play-by-play, like you and Kenny could like call some of the game like live from the restaurant, like while you guys are doing the watch party.
Right, but Kenny and I aren't the play-by-play guys. You know,
we should love the sport like I do.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's Don's.
You have to realize that in hockey,
you see how emotional he gets about this. I mean, he loves it. He loves the sport.
Well, so Eli would never do an interview with GQ just talking about like they're getting the peanuts again.
Doesn't sound very good there, though.
Well, you see what I think the common thread there is the peanuts. And RJ would know because RJ worked with Don for, what, 5 years, RJ? Like list of foods not to eat in commercial breaks, I think peanuts is probably somewhere on that list.
Well, what would happen is there were peanuts available on, I think it was Steve Hart's desk.
Steve Hart's had the nuts, yeah.
Yeah, and he would just go take a handful of those.
Irresistible.
Yep.
I've heard that about Steve. Yep, mincemeat.
Problem with the peanuts is you take like a handful. It's a loose snack. And, you know, sometimes people, because they're animals, like they don't necessarily grab and hold on to everything that they touch with their hands. And then you have like nuts that are left over that maybe were touched by somebody else's
Somebody
hands.
else touched the nuts. Yeah,
Right, somebody else touched them.
Right, that's why they say, like, when you're sitting at a bar. And
It's
they got
gross.
you probably, once you actually think about whose hands have been in that tray of nuts, you probably...
You familiar with the work of David Blow?
You're probably second-guessing that. David Blow's an offensive coordinator, isn't he now?
Blau.
Commanders?
Yeah.
Commanders, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he married to like a track star? Like some tracks, like an Olympic track athlete or
I
something.
think he is, wasn't it? It was the video of him in the...
Yeah, and it was in Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think they were talking about this guy.
Former Raven. Replied. Or current Raven. Actually.
Oh, like the game doesn't need him.
Sorry, he's a Charger now.
He's a Charger.
Oh, no, he's a Ram.
He was talking about Maxx Crosby, there. Former Raven, now a Raider.
Maxx Crosby had some flattering things to say about how that whole thing went down with the Baltimore Ravens, or didn't go down.
I'm surprised at the beginning, like when he first started talking about it, it's a huge deal. They traded 2 first-round picks, right? They have him coming into the building for the first time, and he said he didn't see DaCosta for like 5 hours.
Yeah, because he was too busy working out a deal with Trey Hendrickson. He was behind closed doors on the phone with.
But I was told that they wanted both.
Yep.
It was going to be Hendrickson and Crosby. That's what I was told.
Well, you're told a lot of things. You can't believe everything that you're told, though.
Usually, when you make a deal like that, like the first one to meet you is the GM.
Normally,
like,
right?
Fired up.
That was a case of let's tell it like it is. I mean, that was a case of a guy who realized, because he had some flexibility, so he thought, even if it wasn't necessarily ethical, he took a look at his roster, all the guys that left, and he was like, "Damn, I'm really giving up two first-round picks.
Yeah,
like I need those picks. I'm down 9 free agents, and I'm down 2 first-round picks for a guy whose medical might be a little compromised. Boy, is there a way I could get those picks back?" That's what he did.
Oh, right, but you knew going into it, what is he, 9 weeks removed from meniscus repair surgery?
Like you would think
MRI
they would know that.
like. Yeah.
But they use that as an out.
Of course. I just think, so my question would be, after listening to what Maxx Crosby said, and you heard the same thing I heard, was this already something that they were thinking about doing as he was flying to Baltimore? Or flying and then driving to Baltimore?
Yes.
Right, it had to be, right? Because otherwise, why would you not meet him, be excited? It felt like him, and he's like, the vibe was off. So they must have already had that like in the works that this is what we're going to do.
1,000,000%. That's the way it went down.
Okay.
Which again, like the thing, it stinks. It's bad business. But anybody who was like, "Oh, let's see how many teams and how many agents want to do business with the Ravens moving forward," guess what? They all will. Because at the end of the day, everybody's out for their own best interest. And if that's your best interest, you're going to do a deal with them. It's as simple as that. They're still
probably
one of only 32 teams.
Yeah, right. Probably, but I think that only becomes a topic of conversation if you have somebody that has the ability to make their own choice, that has that kind of leverage. It's like, hey, do you want to do this or do you want to do something else?
Well, it didn't bother Trey Hendrickson, did it? Like Trey
No,
Hendrickson
of course
has,
not, but the Hendrickson's market wasn't great either.
Well, that's my point. Is that if he's going to find somebody that's going to give him the money that he's wanted for how many years, you think he cares about morals and principles and how they dealt with Maxx Crosby? Of course, I'm going to do a deal with him.
Of course, but I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is that only becomes a topic of conversation is if you have a player that has multiple opportunities where money's same, right? Opportunity to win's the same.
Right.
Now maybe maybe he changes his mind because of how they handled that situation, or he doesn't like that.
Right. I think at the end of the day, wherever the money is, that's where you're going.
Right. If it's your best option, I'm saying for the player that has a choice. Which still, if they win. They still have Lamar Jackson. Like they still have a chance to to compete for Super Bowls. Yeah, it's not.
And there's also going to be guys but there are also going to be guys that don't necessarily have huge markets, and those are the guys that they could cater to. Nothing's going to change.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying it's like a silly narrative that's the takeaway with when one of these things happens. Like, oh my God, oh man, that's so shame on the Ravens. Shame.
Well,
on
no,
them.
but that only, like I just said to you, that only will exist as a topic of conversation is if there's an agent who has a player that has multiple options, and now maybe if Maxx Crosby's agent, who doesn't like how this whole thing went down, has a client who has multiple offers for the same money. Like, does he choose to now have a personal vendetta where he's like, no, my guy's not going to Baltimore because of how you handle this situation?
Maybe.
But there's not a lot of guys like that.
No, I agree. We will get to the Knicks at 800-919-3776. That comes up next. But first, we need to hear from my friend. He of the 941 save percentage in the World Cup of Hockey in 2004. He is one, Rick DiPietro.
All right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonuses. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait, Dan. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to learn more. You got to be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Knicks the topic coming up next. Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass. Your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
All right, Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York. 800-919-3776. Knicks, TCB last night, taking care of business. Nice to see for a change, Rick, because, you know what? They've had a few games here against teams that they should probably wax on the basketball court. Utah, Indiana, a depleted Golden State team the other night, and they made things a lot more close for comfort than they probably needed to be. And last night, even though the first half seemed a little wonky, they pulled away in half number 2 without Jalen Brunson, and they go out there and get themselves a relatively easy victory. It's weird, though, because even in games like that, Are there any takeaways? Do you learn anything from what you see from the Knicks after a performance like they gave you last night?
Did I learn anything?
Yeah.
Not really. Not really. You saw a different look, I guess, without Jalen Brunson. Right? Alvarado clearly was wanting to push the pace, get them out and run. Josh Hart had a great night. OG early. He ended up having a good night. They shot the three well. You have 38 assists, only 9 turnovers, so they protected the ball. But that's again, it's one of those games where I hate Indy, you hate Indy, we all hate Indy. Like, Indy's not very good right now. Let's go out and beat the hell out of them. And eventually in the second half, they figured it out and took care of business.
Right. You wanted to see more of those type of games. And you got 3 more of them still ahead of you with Brooklyn, Washington, and New Orleans still to come there on the schedule over the next week. And you should beat those teams. But, like I said, what's the conclusion? They did what they were supposed to do. Okay, great. And we spent a lot of time talking about this already. And really, it's finding ways, like we were talking about, it's like, all right, how can I find ways to amuse myself, to keep myself entertained, any of us? That's kind of like what it is for the Knicks here, the last month of the season. Like, how can they find ways to kind of still keep themselves motivated for a goal that really is not going to be achieved until we get into the playoffs, right? Because we know they're making the playoffs. We know they're going to finish in the top 4. So, like, what's the motivation at this point if you're them?
Well, the motivation for them is just kind of get this thing fine-tuned. Right, I think we spent a lot of the season, and probably too much of the season, making the excuse of, hey, it's a new system, we're trying to feel comfortable, see how these pieces fit and everything else. That felt like the de facto excuse for why, when things didn't go well, that's what we would blame. But now we're at a point now, we're 70 games into this thing. Right? They got 12 games left. Josh Hart was talking to Alan last night after, Alan made some kind of, it was a bit uncomfortable when Alvarado slapped Josh in the backside, and then Alan said he would be feeling that in the hot tub, which I think caught Josh off guard a little bit. But like, he mentioned it, like, this is the time now where everything needs to ramp up a little bit, and we need to make sure that this is when we're playing our best basketball.
Here was Jose Alvarado if he was impressed with Josh Hart's night.
Not at all. I don't even like Josh Hart, so. It just goes to show to his work. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust his work. He always putting work in it. It's not something that we're going to be shocked about. Obviously, when, today he was one of those nights that he didn't miss a shot, and we're not shocked. He works hard,
See, normally the takeaway from a game like last night would be, okay, Knicks win without Brunson, right? They find a way to win without their leader. But you can't even say that against this Indiana team.
No.
No,
I guess one of the takeaways you could take, Jordan Clarkson seems like he's working his way back into the rotation a little bit.
And that's been a theme now for the last 4 or 5 games.
Right. So, that's a good sign. I think the other thing with Josh Hart, because, let's face it, when you start playing in important playoff games, like, he needs to be confident. Right? And that was, again, something they talked about after the game. Like, he last night he didn't hesitate. Right? Like, when he gets it and if he's open, like, and he just has, he has conviction about, I'm going to take the shot. He's been, or earlier in the season, he was, like, that was a part of his game. You're like, oh, okay. Like, this looks good. Knowing that, like, how many times last year did we watch games and it's like they're begging, like, they're daring Josh Hart to shoot.
Right.
Right? So, like, if he like, kind of refines his stroke and his comfort level and his confidence, I would say that's a nice takeaway as we get closer to the playoffs.
I always think that Josh Hart, though, when you talk about his offense, that's a bonus. It's the other things that you expect from Josh Hart.
I know it's right, but you say that, but I also recognize that when you're like, and as the game slows down and you get into the half court, like, these good defensive teams can kind of dictate where they want the shot to come from, and if that ends up being because they have the ability to put a 5 on Josh Hart because he's not a great offensive weapon, if he's willing to take those shots, if they leave him open from 3 and make them, it changes the way the teams have to defend you. It makes it easier for other players or opens up other things for other players. Bridges was better offensively, but he didn't shoot well still.
No, and he almost hurt his ankle, too, last night.
Yeah, he's an impressive physical specimen, though, man. That guy does not miss. Like, he does not miss time.
No, and good. Give him credit for that, right? Best ability is availability.
Yeah.
Can't take that away from him. But
I think he left the game, though.
No. And look, Josh Hart, though, 33 points, that's fantastic in only 26 minutes, but it was against Indiana.
Right, but that doesn't matter. It's like when you score against somebody, it doesn't matter who you score against. Or if I had a big game against a crap team, it still builds confidence. Doesn't matter who the team is.
It's also with the absence of Brunson because there was more shots to go around.
Right, he missed one shot, made all 5 of his threes.
But you know what ends up happening? Because we've been down this road already with Josh Hart. Like, Josh, when we get to the playoffs, and Josh Hart is a dude who, empties the tank every single night. And then, obviously, leading up to this year, he played crazy amount of minutes. I mean, this is a dude who was playing, almost 48 minutes a night, sometimes with Tibbs. And then he gets to the playoffs, and he's got nothing left in the tank. And he's just standing out there chucking 3 after 3 after 3, and he's getting nothing to fall into the ocean. I just don't want a repeat of that again come playoff time.
No, I don't think any of us want to. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, there are going to be times during this run in the playoffs that teams are going to dare him to shoot. Like, we're okay with you shooting. If you beat us, go ahead, beat us. And he's got to be willing to do that and not think twice about it. Hey, I'm open. I'm going to shoot it. There's no hesitation. And make them pay for it. I mean, then you have to make them pay for it. Otherwise, they're just going to keep doing the same thing.
Let's say hi to Edgar in Bloomingdale up next here. Wants to talk a little Knickerbocker basketball. Hello, Edgar.
Hey, what's up, boys? They're one game out of the 2 seed. What do you think their last 12? What do you think their record's got to be to get that 2 seed?
Depends on what
I think they got to run the. I think they got to run the table, but that's not realistic. So, what do you think might get them the 1 seed?
They play the Celtics, but I think we all would have to look at what the Celtics schedule is.
I'll give you the Celtics schedule right now.
I think the next game is Golden State.
They play a lot of common opponents.
While you look for the schedule, can I give you another point?
Go ahead.
Could we rest Brunson the next 2 games against Wizards and see a little bit more Kolek? Because if they're just thinking Miles Bridges 2 months off, we're going to throw him in playoff fray, I don't think that's a good look. I think we need to get a little bit more Kolek.
But I don't think they hate Alvarado with the ball. I mean,
no, but foul trouble. I think you need a third guard, no?
Alvarado had 10 assists last night. How many turnovers? He had 1 turnover.
Yeah, true. And it looks like the 3 is coming back into form because it went Philly, great threes, and then off, and it looks like he's getting back into form.
Well,
My last point.
If you want to change the pace, too. I mean, he loves to, he's getting.
Oh, yeah, he runs it up once he gets it. Now, Bridges, 10 points. Big deal? Or he's got to start scoring soon?
I think he needs to be the best version of himself. Otherwise, he's going to get killed. Like the court of public opinion right now has now swayed from Karl Anthony Towns to Stephen A. talking about giving up 5 to the point where they're blaming Brunson for that now.
It must be slow news day. Yeah,
it's crazy time.
I know. Ray just told me per Tankathon, Celtics have the what most difficult?
6th most difficult.
6th most difficult. Here's some of the team, and the Celtics, by the way, have to play 2 more games than the Knicks. Here's some of the hard ones the Celtics have left. Home Minnesota, home Oklahoma City, at Charlotte, which could be tricky because Charlotte's played phenomenal of
Charlotte
late.
can end up being a problem, man.
At Miami, home Charlotte, at the Knicks.
Charlotte just smashed Miami last night.
Yeah. So they have
Knicks have Charlotte twice.
Yeah, 4 or 5. And the Knicks have the 7th easiest.
But the Knicks have Charlotte twice, and they have OKC.
I'm actually interested to see what the Knicks look like against Charlotte. Just the style.
When was the last time they played Charlotte? Like, have they played Charlotte since they've turned it around?
I do not believe they have. Hang on, I'll give you the last time.
Better question though, Ray. Have they played Charlotte since LaMelo got his toes?
Last time, December 3rd.
Well, there's your answer. There's your answer.
When did LaMelo get the fire toes?
That was after that.
What happened to LaMelo?
Check out Google LaMelo Ball's foot tattoo.
Oh.
He's got fire toes.
I thought you told me
we talk about everything but basketball with that guy.
Gangrene or something.
No, he's got fire. His feet are on fire. Flames. He got flame feet.
You need some tough acting Tenactin for that.
Athlete's foot is no joke, man.
Dude, absolutely.
We had the one guy on the team we took for a pedicure because his feet were so disgusting. Like, he would have to sandpaper. Like, he would take the electric sander and sand his feet. We're like, you got to go for a pedicure, man.
That first game at Charlotte is next Thursday. At Charlotte, at OKC, at Houston.
At the Beehive.
There's a little 3-game gauntlet.
Nice. All right, so there's the Knicks. When we come back, still have an hour to play with here. RJ is going to give us all the stuff you missed. Ray's got the 3 stars. We'll circle back, do a little baseball, not just the WBC. There's little newsy items coming out of Mets and Yankees camp, as a matter of fact, as well. 60 more minutes. It's Dan and Rick, DNR, right here on ESPN New York.
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. If you've got gold or silver just laying around and you want top dollar, then go to the Estates Roadshow this Friday through Tuesday at TMT Cash for Gold in Old Bridge. For info, go to tmtcashforgold.com.
What if your instincts could pay off?
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios Home Internet for an incredible $20 a month guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile and home discount enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios-based monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
This college basketball tournament moment is brought to you by Marriott Bonvoy.
After rupturing his Achilles celebrating the team's Sun Belt Tournament championship, Georgia State head coach Ron Hunter was forced to roll the sidelines of the NCAA tournament on a stool with wheels. In the opening round, 14th-seeded Georgia State faced 3rd-seeded Baylor. Down 2, R.J. Hunter, the coach's son, hit a game-winning three-pointer, causing his father to fly off his stool, celebrating on the floor.
Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Well, it's over. Venezuela! The best in baseball!
The U.S. offense was just garbage.
Yeah, they scored 9 runs the last 3 games.
We didn't put any pressure on them offensively.
We should have expected better. There should have been more production. There's no other way around it.
Yeah, they made their pitches. When we did get a pitch, either popped it up or hit in the ground. So stuff like that can't happen.
What Aaron Judge is doing, he has to win one as far as Yankees fans are concerned, or he'll never get the kind of adoration and respect that he deserves for what he's been able to do.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, hour number 4. This a fast mover. It is DNR, Dan and Rick, right here on ESPN New York. 800-919-3776, the telephone number. There is a big live broadcast tonight at Calandra's in Caldwell, New Jersey. Rick is going to be there. Donhan and Rosenberg. Devils Rangers watch party. Ken Danico is going to be there. Maybe wearing one of his 3 Stanley Cup wings, or maybe 2 of them. I don't know. We'll see if he
Are those Buffalo wings, or what do you think?
Yeah, I did say that too. Good job. But he might wear 1 or 2 of them. That'll be fun, right?
That'd be great.
And Rick might tell stories about his .941 save percentage in the World Cup. And the 5 goals he allowed against Ovechkin.
Career, not in one game. Just
no, of course not. No, I think if you allowed 5 you wouldn't have been in there long enough to allow 5 in a game.
Probably right. Yeah, unless they wanted to punish me, like, hey, you wear it, you stink.
Right. You don't want that to happen. Congratulations to Venezuela. For winning the World Baseball Classic last night. They were the better team, and by golly, they were the better pitching staff, and that's the reason why they're champions and the United States is not. Talked about it earlier this morning. I mean, the last 3 games that Venezuela played, their bullpen, 18 2/3 innings, only 2 earned runs allowed. That's going to get you places, and they ultimately win a trophy now.
Yeah. I mean, again, McLean was fine, right? I mean, it felt
good
like
enough.
There was a lot of traffic, but it was good enough. It's just, I mean, the lineup did nothing. The last couple games, the lineup really has done nothing. And, once they tied it up, I think there was a lot of us that were watching that and feel the momentum and the excitement that thought, hey, here's the moment, right? And, Aaron Judge in this moment, he comes through, hits a home run, they win. It's a huge deal. Yankees fans, some are excited, some are upset, whatever. It would have been a fun conversation, but that doesn't happen. Venezuela bounces right back, and boom, before you know it, we're sitting there getting, collecting silver medals on the third baseline.
Silver medals on the third baseline. You have to stay out there. You have to wear it. You have to watch it and everything. And look, I understand, when you have the 1-game format, single elimination, which isn't conventional, right? I mean, the tournament is 2 weeks. You played 7 games. It's not even a best-of-7 series, if you will. So it really is difficult to say, like, over a long period of time, like, if this team would have woken up, if the bats would have got going. But, look, everybody's playing by the same rules, right? It's single elimination. You play for your life, and that's it. And they didn't get the job done. But I think, by and large, and I'm not sitting here expecting people to have sleepless nights waiting for the announcement for the next World Baseball Classic. And I don't even know, like remember when we just had the Winter Olympics with hockey?
Yep.
And everybody got behind the USA winning the gold medal and all that stuff. And then, like, the takeaway was, but you know what? Hopefully this introduces a lot more casual fans now to the NHL and to hockey, and they're going to want to watch hockey and go to games and all this other stuff. That's not happening with the World Baseball Classic as far as MLB is concerned. Like, baseball's been around forever. Like, you either are a fan or you're not a fan. I think it's more you become a fan of the WBC more so than you become a baseball fan.
Or a fan of certain players, maybe would get you to pay more attention, right? I mean, are you creating, diehard baseball fans out of the WBC? Probably not. But, I mean, there is an opportunity to have, kids get a chance to watch this best versus best and, fall in love with a player, and now they're paying closer attention. I think, listen, fandom's different now anyway, right? I mean, fandom's not the same as it used to be. Like, I feel like just in my experience with the kids that I coach, baseball's a little different because it'll be mostly it's Yankees or Mets. And a lot of the kids that like certain teams, it's because of whatever player that they like. Hey, I'm a Yankees fan because I love Aaron Judge or whatever it is. But, I mean, a lot of them are just a lot of these sports now are player-specific.
Right. And a lot of the kids even just follow and root for the players. They don't even have, like, teams. They buy jerseys of, the players. Like, I'm going to go buy a Shohei Ohtani jersey, even though he plays for the Dodgers, just because I like Shohei Ohtani.
Right. I mean, so it's different, but I mean, listen. You had the best players in the world on a big stage. U.S. luckily made it into the crossover because that would have been a disaster.
Bare minimum had to.
Would have been a disaster, especially how the whole thing unfolded. Right. Like you're trying to make this feel like a big deal, and if Team USA's manager doesn't know the rules or Team USA period doesn't know the rules, and they end up getting eliminated, I mean that's a bad look. And that kind of like diminishes all, everything you're trying to build here with that. But like even last night, or I mean, I'm seeing it today on the internet. The fact that Scooble's not pitching in this thing, but he's taking part in all the festivities. Like you want to walk in with the Team USA jersey on and be part of the team, and yet you're not pitching in the most important game. Like what exactly is happening here?
How would you feel about that? Like, because you played in these type of tournaments, right?
I'd be pissed.
He paraded in. He made one start, and he said he was only going to make one start.
Against Great Britain. Come on, man.
Then he went back to Lakeland. Hung out with the Tigers a little bit, continued the prep for the season, then he parades back in, and he said he was going to come back for the semifinals and the finals, and he's just going to go there and collect his medal.
Right. Like, and I understand that everyone has different priorities, but as far as everyone in this locker room is concerned, this clubhouse is concerned, we're here for one thing and one thing only. It's to win a gold medal, and we need either you're on board with this or you're not, and like you got to take the person, your personal interests out of it for what we're trying to do here. He didn't. He has other things that he's worried about, and it's getting hurt. It's the amount of money he's going to get paid in free agency. It's being lined up to pitch in the first game. And I'd be like, dude, hey, do you really need, we all know you're the best pitcher in baseball. Do you need to pitch opening night? Is that something we really are prioritizing right now?
I would prioritize the season period.
Right, but if you're in, you already pitched this thing. Either you're in it or you're not.
Right.
Right, either you're going to stay and pitch or you're going to go.
Well, the funny thing was Clayton Kershaw. The Clayton Kershaw thing was funny because if I'm not mistaken, he didn't get in a game, right?
Well, they tried, but they were going to, and then...
Right, and then they got the other guy up instead.
Right, because they didn't realize, they're like, oh, crap. Right? If all
it was Mason Miller.
If all three teams have the same amount of wins, now we're going to tiebreakers.
Right. So, and that's when they decided to wake up and realize, oh, shoot, we better score some runs here. We better figure out not to give up more runs. And then, wasn't he, removed from the roster? But then he was, back on the roster. Look,
I thought he got removed. Didn't he get removed for Joe Ryan?
That's what I thought.
Right, and then he's back. I don't know.
But that's the fickle nature of this thing. And again, the management, they're going to adhere to the respective teams. That's why Mason Miller, we heard DeRosa say it earlier, that's why he wasn't going to use Mason Miller in a tie game in the ninth inning, because the Padres said only if it was a save situation, which it wasn't. So it wasn't going to be a save once he got tied into the ninth inning, so he wasn't going to pitch, which, okay, unfortunately, you don't have your best bullpen arm out there to try to keep the game tied and give you a chance then when you come up to bat there in the bottom inning. Instead, it was Garrett Whitlock who served up, the game-winning shot there. But, look, them's the breaks. And we spent some time earlier today talking about Aaron Judge. And this fallout still that people want to point to Aaron Judge and say that he, again, played a big role in the United States not winning last night because he had a bad game. And he was not clutch again in the big moment. But you can't have it both ways. You can't sit there and say, well, he wasn't clutch, and that's why the United States lost, and a big opportunity for him not to get the job done again. And, oh, by the way, before the tournament, you would have said, well, if he won the WBC, that would have almost made up for, not winning a World Series with the Yankees, which is also equally as foolish.
Well, no, I think it's just, for the people that want to say, that he's not clutch and in big spots he doesn't come through, this is just more ammunition. For the people on the other side of this that want to make the argument that, Aaron Judge, is the best player in baseball and it's not fair to put all the blame on him, and he had 500 and all the different things, and defend Aaron Judge. If he hits a solo shot there in the eighth and makes it 3-2, that's still not going to completely quiet the noise for all the people that want to criticize Aaron Judge. Right? It's a nice moment. Maybe it gives you confidence moving forward that, at some point he's going to come through in a big moment and be the reason why they win a World Series, but he's also the reason why you're in the playoffs, period.
1,000%.
What are we talking about?
I'll tell you, the guy that needs to cash in on last night, though, is Bryce Harper. I know he's got more money than God anyways, but, Bryce Harper needs to get, a Capital One endorsement.
You love Capital One right now.
Love it.
Yeah.
For him rounding the bases, and he was trying to salute the flag, but he looked over and instead he looked at the Capital One patch on the one arm. That should have been, boom. If I'm his agent, I'm on the phone with the Capital One people today to get a deal done.
I think that, when it just as we get through this conversation is, Aaron Judge will not be looked upon as what he deserves to be until he wins a championship.
And that's unfortunate.
But it's also one of the negatives that comes along with all the positives that it is to be a Yankee. Right? When you're the captain of the Yankees, there is a lot of benefits that come with that. Right? Playing in New York is great. There are a lot of reasons why playing in New York is awesome. You get elevated in New York. But on the other end of that, when you don't play well, or you don't come through and win, for the Yankees, it's win a championship because he's played well. He's got 3 MVPs, should have 4. Right? He's that good. Guy wins a batting title and hits 53 home runs and another MVP last year. The guy's awesome. But because he's being judged against all the Yankee greats, especially the last captain of the Yankees who won championships, and it was big in big moments, that's what it is.
Speaking of the captain of the Yankees, and you're talking about the previous one, and that's Jeter, who's now on Fox. There was this thought that was kind of trickled around over the last couple of days about the WBC and winning that and how that impacts your legacy, let's say, compared to if you would win a championship, right? We talked about it. So Jeter, didn't mince words, and he told us exactly what he thinks about that whole idea of WBC winning that versus a World Series.
Passion's been unbelievable, and we've heard a lot of players say bigger than a World Series. Bigger than a World Series, Derek Jeter?
I think the people that said it's bigger than a World Series never played in a World Series.
Well, there you go. And I agree with him. I mean, come on. I agree with him. And even though Aaron Judge made those comments a couple of days ago about the crowd at the WBC being better or more electric than the World Series, I can't necessarily even take exception with that.
Well, I don't know if I disagree with that. It's just different. It's a different crowd.
So it's more of a corporate crowd at the World Series and the playoffs.
But it's also, I mean, it's like in most of that crowd last night, when the games, when you're playing DR or you're playing Venezuela, most of those crowds are, I mean, that's a crowd that's there for.
That's a party. They're there to party, man.
Right. And it's, I mean.
World Series ain't a party.
No, I mean, and you can feel the anxiety sometimes in those crowds, which, like, listen, I tell this, Alan and I would get into this fight all the time when we first started doing radio together. It's like the home, like it being at home as opposed to being on the road. And like, I mean, I think it's different in each sport, but it's also different player to player. It's like, when you're the team with the expectations and you're playing at home, that can go south real fast, right? Like, I mean, you're playing a team that comes out and punches you in the face in the first 5 minutes at home, that crowd starts to work against you, right? Because you can feel the anxiety. It's quiet. Now, all of a sudden, like, I mean, you have a couple bad shifts, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, like you can feel the pressure of the crowd building. But the crowds were great. As far as what Derek Jeter says, I also think it's player to player, how they feel. The World Series is huge. But, I mean, when you listen to some of these guys talk about what this means to their, not so much their legacy in Major League Baseball, but their legacy at home, like this for a lot of people was more important. Like when they go back to Venezuela or you go back to Puerto Rico, wherever you're from,
right?
You're probably going to be more celebrated for the gold medal you won at the WBC as opposed to the World Series you won from a team they don't even root for. Like they don't like if
of course for
you know
them,
what I'm saying?
yes.
Like that's why it's so big.
Because they didn't grow up having Major League Baseball there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of those players that were good enough from the respective countries, islands, whatever it is, they all aspired to come and play in Major League Baseball because they realized it was the best league.
Right, and you're also representing like what it says about your country. Like for now, until the next WBC, Venezuela can say as a country that we're the best in the world at baseball.
The best of the best of the best.
So that's a big deal.
All right, and I take nothing away from them. They're very worthy champions. And give them credit. Look at what they had to go through to get here, right? Upsetting Japan, even you call it upsetting Italy, whatever, but like Italy, taking them off their magic carpet ride, and then beating a USA team that we thought was stacked, right?
Oh,
so it's like they didn't take the easy way here.
No, I mean, they deserved it. They pitched lights out, right? They bounced back right after Bryce Harper ties it up, and they got U.S. feels like they're starting to get the momentum back. Hey, right away, boom. Right, Steele second, and then you get Suarez hits the ends up being the game-winning double. So they deserve it, man. It felt a bit like it felt last night just because the bats were so quiet, like kind of like real anticlimactic last night.
12 innings. We talked about this earlier. U.S. went 12 innings when you bridge the DR game and the game last night. 12 consecutive innings without having a runner in scoring position.
Right.
Which is hard to believe.
No, I mean, DeRosa said it. It's exactly how you felt. It's like you didn't even put pressure on them. Right? Like there was no, like it was like free and easy. Like there was never any pressure at all that made them feel uncomfortable. It just, it's baseball, I guess, but it's, frustrating.
But by and large, though, I think, to me, the big takeaway is the tournament as a whole, successful.
Yeah. They did
successful.
They did a good job. Yep.
First of all, we were entertained because sports is entertainment. We were entertained. It was good baseball. It wasn't some gimmicky crap. I mean, it was actual good baseball. The people out there, the players, they gave it their all. They wanted to win. How many times do we sit here and talk about how pitching and defense made the difference in a lot of these games? The fact that the tournament only lasted a couple of weeks, didn't eat up tons of your time, and it ends perfectly right before the start of the NCAA tournament. Opening day is next week. So I think mission accomplished with everything that they set out to do. And, oh, by the way, the most important thing is that nobody suffered a serious or catastrophic injury, which is going to leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Right. So there's a lot of positive momentum coming from this thing.
Absolutely.
Right? There's not a lot of negativity outside of, maybe some of us feel like Team USA didn't necessarily put their best foot forward.
And guess what? They might not have put their best foot forward. They also probably did not have their best players, too.
That's what I mean. Oh, well, that's what I mean.
But the other countries could say that also.
Yeah, I mean, some of them could say that, yeah.
Right? Like, for instance, Lindor, Puerto Rico, he didn't play because of the insurance stuff, among others.
But that's not because they didn't want to play. Plus, he had surgery.
Well, right. But I'm saying, so by hook or by crook, they didn't play. That's my point. So you didn't have a full roster. And there were, we ran down the list of the American pitchers that weren't on this team for various reasons. But they were probably all more deserving, more accomplished than, let's say, somebody like Nolan McLean.
Right, 100%. But what I'm saying is, and the difference is those guys wanted to play in it. Couldn't get the insurance, so they can't play in it. One had surgery, wouldn't have been available anyway. And then, just for us, I got a guy who actually pitched, is healthy, is the best pitcher in baseball, and still showed up wearing the jersey and decided not to play. That's not the same as what happened with Correa and Lindor.
You're down on Tarek Skubal.
It pisses me off.
Oh, he is irate.
Either be in or not.
I hear it in your voice.
Well, but I don't need you to pitch against Great Britain. Either you're in or you're out.
RJ, I think this might be the Friday roast for Rick. He might roast Tarek Skubal.
I don't think he's wrong.
I would almost be mad at Mason Miller, too. I know, listen, I understand, and he was great. But I'd be like, listen, I don't care. Give me the ball. I'll apologize later to San Diego.
Is it wrong to be mad at all of them? Because I feel like the way the team just carried itself was...
When you say all of them, what do you mean?
Just the team. If it felt like, well... The complicated saying is World Cup, right? It felt like a World Cup atmosphere for every other team but the U.S. who feels like treated it like an exhibition.
Well, the hard part is, the big deal was Judge playing, right? Why didn't Judge play 3 years ago? He was working on a contract.
Right.
Why didn't Skubal pitch a second time? Contract year. Mason Miller's got a big payday at some point coming up, we assume. It's tough.
Mason Miller's still under team control, though, for years. Because you forget how young he is.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get him from San Diego. And like I said, if I'm
it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time.
Because that ownership is dangling in the wind out there in San Diego. They are open for business.
For all we know, he wanted to pitch. Mark Dorfson said it. The Padres said no. Unless it's a safe situation for the gold medal, he can't pitch.
And I told you guys, I'm the first to admit.
What does that mean, though, RJ?
I was not exactly Mr. WBC coming into this tournament. I paid it almost no attention in the previous years. But when I talked to Jim Leland yesterday, think about it. He is as old school as old school baseball could be. And when he managed that 2017 team, you would have thought that his mindset would have been just, no, we're here to win. You're here to win. We're doing everything we can to win. And he admitted, point blank, first thing we do is adhere to the teams and what they want from their players.
So why are we even having this tournament? Why are we even doing this?
That's a fair question.
Because it's a half measure. You want to grow the game. You want to have the backing of Major League Baseball behind it, or you don't want guys to get hurt.
Right.
One or the other.
This is a manufactured tournament by Major League Baseball.
Correct.
Look who passed out the medals. It was Rob Manfred. So either you have your
that wasn't awkward. That wasn't awkward, by the way.
I get it.
Super awkward.
MLB wants to rub their you-know-whats in this thing, and it's just we didn't see, or at least I didn't see, Rob Manfred the entire tournament. For 2 weeks. Rob Manfred was not sitting there in Puerto Rico, in San Juan, when Australia was playing, Taipei, sitting there right behind the plate eating Cracker Jacks. But he shows up, he gets out of the luxury suite to hand out medals to the two winners in the championship game, as if this is his baby. And correct me if I'm wrong, the WBC was around before Rob Manfred became the commissioner, right?
06 was the first year, so yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what would happen, though, in theory? Leland said that, and you don't want to piss people off. But what would happen in that moment if Mason Miller walks up to D-Row and was like, "Listen, I don't care what San Diego
give
says.
me the ball."
Right, and he walks out of the bullpen. What is it? They're going to stop the game?
That's an issue. Then the Padres would have.
You know what? I would have loved to see the situation. Would have loved it.
It would have been like Terry Collins and Matt Harvey in the dugout in Game 5.
I can't pitch him because San Diego said no. Come on.
And by the way, here is Mark for those who weren't with us, by the way, here was Mark DeRosa's explanation after the game about why not use Mason Miller, 2-2 game, 9th inning.
Honoring the Padres. Had we taken the lead, he was coming in, but I wasn't going to bring him into a tie game.
There wasn't going to be a safe situation at that point.
I wanted to honor the fact that there was a situation there where if it was tied, we were going to use Whitlock. We had talked to the Red Sox about that, and if we had the lead, we were going to use Mason.
There you go. But But it is half measured, like Ray said. He's 1,000% right.
What you do is you call San Diego and you pretend like your phone doesn't, like you're having a connection issue.
What'd you say? What? Hello? Excuse me?
Listen, guys, we're going to use Mason however we want. Okay.
What?
All right.
What?
Bye.
You said pitch him in the ninth? You said pitch? Okay, we'll pitch him. Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
But that conversation didn't happen.
Like, what are they going to do? Yell at Mason Miller when he gets back to camp?
We're trading you.
How dare you?
We're trading you back to the A's.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys.
A's are on the up and up, by the way.
Yeah.
800-919-3776. Right now, I'm going to reintroduce somebody to this program. It's my friend and yours. It's RJ. Hi, RJ.
Hey.
How are you, buddy?
Good.
RJ came to see me in that last break. I don't know if you know that, Rick.
He's trying to keep you in studio.
I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, he was not mobile.
I was not mobile.
Yeah, but he was.
I was like sloth in the basement. RJ was coming with a baby
They lost
roof.
you. They somehow managed to lose you in the studio earlier in the show. Like we can't find Dan.
Yeah, it was like I was literally sitting in one of the chairs we have off to the
You
side.
went in the corner. You know we can't see you there, right?
But where'd
you
think
know
I,
that?
But I didn't go.
RJ
anywhere.
didn't know that. Though.
No, he didn't know
RJ
that.
didn't know that. He thought you were not in the studio.
I was here the whole time.
I appreciate that.
I'm not going anywhere. RJ, you know what? We've talked about so many things this morning, but I know that you got some stuff that we haven't even begun to scratch the surface. Why don't you tell us about it?
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Oh! Put it in the box!
The you missed.
Oh, alrighty. So, worth noting, Michael Garcia, your MVP of the World Baseball Classic, and making the all-tournament team at catcher, your favorite Dominican and mine, Austin Wells.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Augustine Wells to you.
The Kevin Hart video, I still think about that. How funny.
Ray, did I notice he had the cutouts in the back of his haircut too?
Did he? I didn't even see that.
Did.
That's fantastic.
I think they styled him up nice.
He got the best fade of his life. Telling you.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
After I forget which win it was. They let him. He was the one that broke the team down essentially.
Gloria a Dios, Gloria a morir soñando.
Look at you, Ray.
Dominican proverb.
Wow. Ray, you melt my panties when you talk about
that. Let's print that out and let's hang it in here.
He's going to come back in 3 years as team captain.
Probably will.
As he should.
Hey, he'll be in a situation where he would want to play, probably.
Yeah. The team he plays for in Major League Baseball, that'd be the Yankees. They beat the Rays, spring training baseball 3-2 yesterday. Will Warren goes 4, gives up 1 run. And did you see who's going to throw an inning today?
Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole back on the mound against the Red Sox.
No, but is that in a real game?
Yeah.
He's throwing an inning?
He's throwing.
Inning. Yep.
Let's go.
1 inning. You seem annoyed.
No, it's not that I'm perplexed. That's all. I thought it was like off to the side or one
Well,
of
you're
those
going to have to
minor
get out there
league
like
things.
the Padres and Mason Miller and tackle him.
Let's
If
go.
you don't like it, you got to
Let's
stop
go.
There you go.
Could you imagine being the Padres front office? Like, don't worry, it's tied. He's not coming in, and then they announce him. He starts running. Somebody get out there. Send
security.
Him. He picks up the phone. Send him. They have someone there sitting in the stands just in case. This is not going to happen on my watch.
It's like Messi's security guy that runs up and down the field.
Right.
Mets, they tied the Marlins 5-5. True spring training score. Sean Manaea, 4 shutout innings, 4 Ks. Throwing how fast, Dan?
It was like 88.
He's getting people
Did you
off the-
no, but did you see it? Like, did you physically see it?
It's not great.
I mean, it is like it looked like Charlie Huff.
Oh no.
Now look, results over velo, but I mean, coming off of the year he's having, not great.
It's like Major Leagues. I got some Vaseline right here.
A couple hits for Bo
You
Bichette,
put snot on the ball.
who drove in all 5 runs for the Mets.
All the ointments.
Texas, late bucket. They beat NC State in the first 4. They'll be an 11 seed. They take on BYU. Howard, the first tournament win. They beat UMBC. There will be no 16 upset for them this year. Howard is on to Michigan. Duke's Cameron Boozer among 3 freshmen who are on the AP All-American team. Dave will be happy to know there's only 5 of them, not 6.
JT Toppin made it, even though he missed the last
JT
however many
Toppin,
games with the
Important
injury.
player, JT Toppin.
AJ DeBansa, Darius Acuff, and Yaxa Lindenborg.
I like Acuff.
I love him.
Acuff's a dude who can take that team like
Did you see what?
deep.
Did you see what Calipari said? Moving on.
What are you thinking about there, Bob?
Nothing.
He said he's as NBA ready. Yeah. I'm paraphrasing, as NBA ready as any guard he's had.
And he's had a lot of them.
Yep. Giannis hurt again. Hyperextended knee and a bone bruise. You got to assume at some point that's going to wrap up his season. Anthony Edwards and his knee will be reevaluated, but not for another week or two. WNBA, Rick had this earlier, and their Players Association have a verbal agreement on a new CBA. You probably know that Jalen Waddle is going from the Dolphins to the Broncos. We surprised that a first-round pick was involved?
Kind of.
I know it's at the very end of the first round, but it's still a first. Adam Schefter says that...
I'm more surprised. What are they going to do with Malik Willis?
They're just going to get. They're having. Here's the problem.
But I thought because they were Waddle was talked about last year during the deadline, and then now as we get towards like new coach, new GM, and they were talking about different players, and it's like we got Waddle and we got Achane.
Well, that's the interesting part. So Ray just showed me this a couple of minutes ago. Adam Schefter said that teams are calling as you would assume it's a fire sale in Miami, not Achane. He will not be traded.
Do you know what that's interpreted as? Up your offer.
You would think.
We got two Achanes now.
That's true.
Yeah. Travis Achane.
That's right. Get it right.
Yep.
Not ETN. Eagles and Hollywood Brown agreeing on a 1-year deal.
Hollywood.
Josh Zudu re-signing with the Giants on a 1-year deal. Texans have a 2-year agreement with Wyatt Teller, the guard. J.C. Treader.
Real quick, though, going back to the Malik Willis thing for a second, though.
Sure.
Like, if you're... Here's why, again, I don't understand what they're... And I know they're tanking. Like, they want to be awful. They also have, like, dead cap hit total of, like, $170 or $180 million.
Put a good team together for that.
Which is awful. Exactly. But the problem is if they think Malik Willis is good, okay, you're giving him nothing to work with. Like, because how many times did we have quarterbacks around here, Rick, for both teams, drafted young quarterbacks, to where the excuse we all made was, well, you can't find out if they're being properly developed because there's nothing around them. Well, what do they think is going to happen with Malik Willis? You're giving them chance to be successful.
They're going to have to take a wide receiver, I would imagine, here in the first round.
But they need but here's the problem, though. They can't go with that any longer. The Dolphins have to build like a physical smash-mouth team because they play with 3 other teams and they're cold-weather teams in their division. They got to get tougher.
Right, of course they do. But I have to think that Malik Willis, before he made this decision, had some kind of idea what they were planning on, or no?
It's called $44 million guaranteed. That's what the decision was.
All right.
J.C. Treader, former Browns offensive lineman. He is the new NFLPA executive director. Braden Chen, first goal as an Islander, 3-1 win over the Leafs.
Oh, baby.
Take that, Canada. And the Oilers expect Leon Draisaitl, who has a lower body injury, to miss the rest of the season.
By the way, did you see that with the USA showing up with the hockey jerseys yesterday?
Yeah,
the baseball team. Somebody pointed out that, like, of course, Aaron Judge would not be able to do anything in the championship game because he was wearing an Austin Matthews jersey.
That's not nice.
They don't like him there.
No.
They don't like him.
No.
Not Judge, Austin Matthews.
Well, they haven't won a cup in a long time there, Bob.
I don't know if his teammates like him.
I think Austin Matthews' teammates like him.
Why didn't they help him?
They didn't really stand up for him, which wasn't very nice.
Well, that may say more about the organization and the player, the mindset there. Then
I mean, you get your captain run, and everyone's like, "All right, well, catch you later, buddy."
I mean, I'm looking forward to the documentary on the Maple Leafs whenever that
I'm
comes.
sure there's been several documentaries.
No, I mean just like a deep dive.
RJ, you did miss something. Team USA 5-0 at the Women's World Cup qualifier.
I was watching some of that the other day. Caitlin Clark.
I saw Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese dapping each other up. That's what I saw.
And you also had a mistake in the rundown, too.
Oh, no.
Did you do the WNBA story, the labor
Oh, my goodness.
piece?
I did.
Where's this mistake in the rundown?
I'm sure it's in there.
I saw it now. I get lost.
RJ, I'm sorry. It's not, don't make it as if I don't pay attention.
No, not you. It's the other one that's after me.
Hey,
what did you do?
You started the show talking about hidden bad guy tendencies. Yours are not so hidden. You're out there with
What was the mistake you made in the rundown?
He'll find it, whatever it is.
I'll get it. Don't you worry.
No, you'll get it? I want to know what it is.
He forgot what it is. He knows it's there. He knows what is there. He forgot what it was.
It's not the freaking Declaration of Independence. It's one lousy stinking piece of paper. It shouldn't be that hard.
I don't think it was the rundown. I think it was the look ahead. Will you relax?
It's crazy that Nicolas Cage was able to get his hands on that.
I mean, you guys.
Based on a true story.
I'm friends with his brother, actually.
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, true story.
Coppola?
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, 800-919-3776, the telephone number. Remember, Rick and I spent some time the other day talking about the draft. We had Mel Kiper on yesterday, and he actually has the Jets taking Ty Simpson with their 16th pick in the first round of the NFL draft. Somebody else weighed in on the Alabama quarterback, Rick, and thinks that maybe, you know what, he should go even higher than that. Ooh, agree, disagree. We'll talk about it. Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York. It is 9:32. Let's get a check of the roads and say good morning, Debbie Duhame.
DNR, good morning. Good morning, company. Hey, everybody, have a great time at Calandra's later. Right now, Bloomfield Ave looks fine out toward Calandra's. Great place. Have a fantastic time with the guys. Let's see what's happening right now on the Cross Bronx eastbound bumper-to-bumper, guys, getting out toward the Sheridan. Accident in the right lane. Inbound George Washington Bridge, 1 hour. Lincoln 45, Holland 45. Van Wyck South, heavy at Rockaway Boulevard with construction. Sponsored by WeatherBug. Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecast with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN, New York.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law. Bite back.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Every March, are brackets the only thing you can think about? Do you have symptoms such as constant bracket obsession or moderate to severe bracket-related distractions? You may be living with bracket brain. Thankfully, there's ESPN Tournament Challenge, the #1 proven way to treat bracket brain right at the source. So this March, download the ESPN Tournament Challenge app, fill out your men's bracket, and get you and your brain in the game. ESPN Tournament Challenge. Play the #1 bracket game. Presented by Allstate.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg with Rick DiPietro. How about that? We'll explain. They're going to be live from Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, New Jersey later today. Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, fresh bread, classic Italian pastries, baked daily. Taste the tradition today. I don't want to give the wrong impression. Like, it's not a bakery. You know, it's not like that all you can get is bread and cookies and pastries. No, it's an actual, like, restaurant. You're going to be able to, you know, interact with everybody. You're going to be able to watch the hockey game tonight. Devils Rangers, 7th place on the line in the Metropolitan Division. What time are you swinging by?
I'll be there probably around 5:30ish.
Are there going to be giveaways?
We'll probably give Rothenberg away.
Is he going to hang around for the game?
Yeah, of course he's going to be there for the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in one of the intermissions, you're giving him away is what you're saying?
Right. I'm not sure what he's going to bring to the table as far as hockey stuff, but he'll be
fair.
there. Yeah.
That's fair. So Rick will be there 6 o'clock. You're rolling in?
I just said 5. Are you listening at
No,
all?
I'm not listening. I'm really not.
I don't know. Yeah, 5:30ish. I don't know.
Okay.
Depends on how traffic is.
And you said you're going to give yourself like 2-3 hours?
Yeah, probably get
Heads up.
3 hours just in case, you know.
All right. Sounds good. And so go see the guys today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ken Danico is going to be there, right?
Yep.
You and Kenny get along, don't you?
I love Kenny. Yeah.
Kenny's the best.
Yep, Kenny's a great guy.
Kenny is the best. So big fun today at Calandra's. Check that out. So real quick, let's say hi to Seth in the car before we get into the NFL draft stuff. Seth, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Good, Seth. What's going on?
I don't understand the whole injury risk of the World Baseball Classic. These guys are would be playing spring training or bullpen sessions. This is not the NFL. They're not killing each other out there. This is baseball. Play the guys. Let them pitch. I don't understand what they're so scared about. Okay, the Edwin Diaz thing happened a few years ago. That's such a rarity, but that would happen in a week from now when they're playing that.
No, not necessarily.
No, Seth, think about it. Think about it. If you have no interest, and I was that guy, if you have no interest in the World Baseball Classic and one of your most important players on the team you root for goes down, I don't care if it was throwing a pitch, celebrating, but in something that has nothing to do with the team you root for, it's going to sting.
But if he's going to get hurt this week, he's not going to get hurt next week?
Well, no, but it's just no. He could.
But
get hurt
if it
either
happens,
way,
it happens. At least he's there for the team that's paying him tons of money.
It's also the intensity of this tournament as opposed to
a spring training game. Remember, spring training game, you play like 2-3 innings, and then you're out of there.
Well, and that's also like, I mean, am I going to try to leg out a single in spring training or not?
Right.
Right? Like, I mean, it's so, and it's the innings are different too.
I mean, it stinks if you get injured, for example, like football. Guy gets, season-ending injury in training camp. He blows out his Achilles or something. It stinks, but okay, but that's the norm. You're getting ready for your team for the season, right?
Yeah, but it's also, but again, I don't think it's necessarily that as much as it's like you're ramping yourself up to a level that you're not accustomed to ramping yourself up to. Right? Like, I mean, it's the intensity of the innings that you're pitching. You're pitching high leverage innings this early in the year as opposed to working your way into that.
Right. And that's why there were pitch counts. That's why there were pitch counts with the, different, as you progress through the tournament.
Right. I mean, it's just, you're like, everyone wants to assume that everyone's going 100% all the time. That's not the reality. Right? Like, guys are working on things in spring. They're getting themselves ready for the regular season. Even early on in the regular season, like, there are like Aaron Judge, I'm sure, in an effort to stay healthy for all 162 games, will make some decisions based on that. Right? Like, is this a ball I'm going to go die for? Is this and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a different level of intensity and effort that goes into into these kind of games as opposed to what you'd be doing in spring training right now.
It's insane that a week from tonight is opening night.
Yeah, the baseball with this weather stinks, though.
I know. Yankees Giants, Netflix, baby. John Winthrop can't watch the game.
John Winthrop doesn't have the red zone. I mean, John Winthrop doesn't have the NFL package.
I don't have.
He only watches the red zone. You're working the game at least, though. John's not working anything. John is like he thinks he's at the level of Dave where he needs to like tell his family like don't speak to me because I'm watching football. Meanwhile, he's only watching the red zone.
Right. I used to have it even doing the Jets all those years when it was still on DirecTV. I'd still buy the red zone, but I don't have it now with YouTube.
You're probably better off having it with YouTube though now. I mean, you can transport it. You just watch it right on your iPad.
I watch the red zone on my iPad.
I know, but you can. The nice thing about this is you can just
no. I don't think you can't because when I used to do that, when I would have it
at the NFL stadium, they will watch.
I kid you not, because when I would open up the app, the Sunday Ticket app, when it was on DirecTV, I'd open it up there in the press box, and there would be a warning that would come on the thing or a disclaimer would say, "We're detecting that you were at or close by to an NFL stadium and you're prohibited from watching this. I swear.
Well, that's crazy, though. Why wouldn't you be able to watch the other games?
I agree.
That's wild.
It's wild, man. So that's why, red zone, good to go.
I mean, you work for the Jets. The Jets should just give you the opportunity to watch other games, too, no?
Well, I think the Jets have me there to watch the, wait for it, Jets. That would be their answer.
I don't love your attitude at all.
I'm just, look, somebody's got to be the adult in the room.
Right, but I mean, so now you have to go pace. Like, say you want to do some preparation for next week's game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you got to wait for the tape as opposed to just watching the game live when you get home?
It's 2026. Like, all this stuff is at your fingertips.
Oh, stop. Okay.
I don't have to go in the film room and, turn down the lights and turn on the projector. It's not 1971.
I don't care if
the NFL. I have the NFL Plus. I pay for that, too.
I think that, see, this is what
Coach's tape. I got all that stuff.
I don't love goatee Dan. I don't love goatee Dan.
Well, he's not here. I don't know what you're talking about.
He looks like you have a goatee right now.
This is not this is called just not shaving for I don't know how many days.
Bearded Dan?
What's that?
That's bearded.
It's not even full bearded Dan.
Whatever it is.
This is scruff.
Scruff Dan. I don't like that. I don't like scruff Dan.
I don't know what I'm going to do yet because we have a thing to go to Saturday, so I don't know how I'm going to roll. Like a nice little function thing.
Maybe go mustache.
No, I'm not going mustache.
Or maybe go goatee again, like a little Target.
Nah, I'm not going to do that.
Like go fresh shave it. Go clean shave.
Then I look like I'm 11 though. That's the problem.
That's good. You want to look young.
You want that youthful exuberance?
Yeah. Do you want your wife's friends to be like, wow, look at how young your husband looks?
Yeah. Wonderful. All right. Quick timeout. We're going to hear from someone who thinks that Ty Simpson should basically be like the top pick in the draft. Agree, disagree. Plus, Ray's got the 3 stars. It is Dan and Rick. It's DNR, ESPN New York.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, you'll be feeling March magic when you win your share of $50,000 cash during our Rainbow Riches drawing. Be here every Wednesday in March from 2 to 7 p.m. Each hour, one lucky guest is drawn to win up to $5,000 cash. Earn entry starting at 12:30 p.m. Come chase the rainbow every Wednesday in March, where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Gold prices are soaring and silver is near an all-time high. If you've got gold or silver just laying around and you want top dollar, then go to the Estates Roadshow this Friday through Tuesday at TMT Cash for Gold in Old Bridge. For info, go to tmtcashforgold.com.
25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
If you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Right now, beef tenderloin is only $10 a pound, and Atlantic salmon portions are just $9.98 a pound. That's serious value on awesome quality cuts. Plus, Wild Fork offers over 450 meat and seafood options, all blast frozen to lock in freshness and flavor. Visit one of their 7 stores across Long Island and New Jersey, or get same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg is live from the Big East Tournament presented by Schweppes, Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, and Samuel Adams. Join THR broadcasting live from the Irish Exit inside Moynihan Train Hall for a Big East extravaganza. Big East legends Charles Smith and Walter Berry will join us on site as we break down the action and relive the glory days. All courtesy of Schweppes. Stop by beginning at 3 p.m. Enter to win great prizes and make the Irish Exit your headquarters when the Big East takes center stage. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Teas available at Bourbon and Branch and Taylor Pub. Must be 21 or older to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it is Tully time. Tonight, 6:40, you got Prairie View A&M. They take on Lehigh. In the first four, they'll battle to be a 16 seed. 7 o'clock, Rangers host the Devils. That's a 6:30 start right here on ESPN 880. And at 7:30, Nets welcome in the Thunder. 9:15 tonight, it is Miami of Ohio, the Red Hawks. They're going to take on SMU for the right to be an 11 seed. That is game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew. Try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. So our pal Dan Orlovsky has a very, very high opinion on one Ty Simpson. You want to hear what he has to say?
I do, yeah.
All right, here we go. Dan Orlovsky on Ty Simpson.
I truly believe that if Ty Simpson was 6'4", he would be going number 2 to the New York Jets. Or if he had 23 college starts and the body of work looked like it did, like Mel referenced.
Would you, if he was 6'4", would he be going number 1 to the Raiders?
I think it'd be a much greater conversation. Absolutely. You watch that young man play, middle of November, he's a top 5 pick in a lot of people's eyes. And you cut on the Missouri game. You cut on the Wisconsin game. You cut on the Vanderbilt game. You're watching a guy that's lethal down the field with the deep in routes, with the crossing routes, with the rhythmic timing. This isn't an RPO offense where dinking and dunking. He's very much so Brock Purdy. He's not going to wow you with the physical traits, but surgical when it comes to throwing the football. He's way more of a playmaker than people give him credit for, and he's making real NFL throws on real NFL concepts. I'm much higher on him than other people.
By the way, first of all, the college starts is more, I think, the impetus than, let's say, the 6'4", because in 2026, you don't have to be a statue back there.
Right, but I think to his, and I'm not defending his point by any means.
You don't want to defend it.
No, I don't want to defend it. I'm just saying that you have seen it with guys like Anthony Richardson that have these unbelievable athletic traits that teams are willing to overlook the lack of experience because they feel like they're just so athletically gifted. And that stuff you can't coach. You can't teach.
I just got a paper cut.
How bad? Are you going to battle through it?
No blood, so I think I'm okay. Just a slight inconvenience, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. And, again, and Mel's brought the list up of quarterbacks that have a certain amount of starts, and it's not a great list.
Nope.
The problem is that you saw real flashes that Dan's talking about. Like, you turn on the tape, and he's not wrong. Like, he was impressive. And then all of a sudden, it was either the injury or he tailed off. But there's only 15 games of it. So it was like, what actually is Ty Simpson? Is it the first part of the season that we saw, or is it the injury? Like, we don't, because we haven't seen enough.
Fair, absolutely fair. And didn't I bring up to you the other day?
How much learning on the job is he going to get to do in this current NFL? How much time is he going to get?
Exactly. Well, how much does standing on the sidelines make up for not in the NFL? How much does that make up for not getting the game reps in college?
It doesn't.
Right?
I can tell you that from personal experience.
You played college football?
Well, no, like sitting on the bench. Like, there are things that you learn, like learning how to be a pro. And now I'm not a quarterback, but then that's a whole different language and all the. But as far as I wasn't getting better watching. I was learning things, but I wasn't actually getting better because I wasn't dealing with the speed. I wasn't dealing with the physicality. I wasn't dealing with the pressure and the nerves that come along with that.
I don't think you would be a good watcher because I could see you your mind wandering.
I am
right? Looking around who's in the crowd.
But that's not even the thing. It's I need to be in the mix. I have a hard time just letting other people do things for me. But it was the mental breaks were nice. It depended on where we played. Like in Montreal, I have a couple hot dogs, some popcorn. It was nice.
I've heard that story. Yeah, those are good.
Nice,
those hot dogs.
Those are nice. Those are nice times until you get thrown in. Until the goalie that you're playing with comes up to you a minute into the game and goes, I don't know, my groin's pretty tight. I don't know. So now you got to mentally prepare the entire game. He plays the whole game through overtime and then tells you, His groin was too sore for the shootout against the Penguins. Thanks.
Hey, that's part of being a pro. You say it.
Completely ruined my day off. Completely ruined it.
So here's what I'm getting. And Raymond, when did you say was the date of the Alabama Pro Day?
I believe that is 1 week from today.
1 week from today. So Yankees-Giants open the baseball season, and Alabama has a pro day to which Ty Simpson's going to go out there and absolutely wow, like every player in Western civilization has, because that's what pro days are for. It's choreographed, it's orchestrated to point you in and paint you in a positive light. After that day, people will be singing the praises of one Ty Simpson, and there might even be a few that put him in the top 5, just like Dan Orlovsky is saying that he would be in under circumstances.
Right, but who in the,
I'm just saying, that's why I am steadfast, and
Cardinals?
he is not going to be there at 16.
Okay, well, be steadfast. I'll be interested to see how the whole thing happens. You're not wrong with the quarterback stuff, but I feel like there has been a little bit maybe more patience with that position.
It seems like, right, there was like a rash for a good long while where it's like draft, throw him in there, draft, throw him in there. Now teams are being a little bit more patient.
Especially knowing what's ahead of you in 2027.
Right.
Right? Like unless you're trying to buy yourself some time and you feel like, hey, look, this kid's good, doesn't have the experience, but we'll work with him and it will buy me some extra time. But like again, in a perfect world, yeah, you could draft Ty Simpson, let him learn, put a clipboard in his hands, and then eventually you can roll him out. That's not going to be what happens with us either. Like, let's not sit here and pretend like you take him at 16 that people aren't going to be clamoring from the second Geno Smith doesn't play well.
Of course. And remember, we were in this position 12 months ago. They were talking up the 2026 class like it was going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread until it wasn't. So same thing could hold true for 27. We don't know.
No, you don't know, and you just have to play this thing out and see what happens if either the team's good and Aaron Glenn can coach, or the team's not, and you're moving on to a new coach and find your quarterback.
All right, that's it for us today. This was a fun one. Good job by all. Rick is going to be off at Calandra's tonight, so he's going to leave in 5 minutes. As a matter of fact, he's going to unlock the doors. He'll be the first one there, so swing by and see the guys tonight. And now we have to turn it over to my friend Raymond Santiago, who has the 3 stars.
Today's 3 stars. Number 3.
Oh, you knew we were going to do it. Anytime we get a flub, we got to have it.
It has to live up to Tane and K's. Taze and Kane.
Kane and Taves. Yeah, sure.
I should have said Kane.
Yeah, what's in your wallet? Oh,
I should have said
USA.
Kane first. I should have said Kane first. That was my mess up.
It's all good. We all have them. Come on. Who you're talking to.
Number 2.
You can't move on, though, when we have innuendos thrown out, and this is all in Stump Rothenberg. Great job, by the way, in Stump. 12-2, I think it was today.
That's enough one-eye Willie talk.
All right. You'll deal with that later. Shooter in Stanford up next here on ESPN New York. Hello,
I'm having real back issues right now.
You know what? Guess what? You got pickleball on Friday, so you
I
better
think the
do
whole one
that.
eye might be on the DL right now.
Move on. Just move on.
Come on.
Just move on. It could all be so simple. Great job, though.
Oh, you are quick with it, Daniel. Nice job.
It's not the first time he's heard that either, Patty.
Buzzer. There you go.
Yeah, we did get the buzzer, but you did get congratulated because you did a very good job.
There you go.
Great job, Supreme Patriot Dan.
That's me, baby.
That's right, Supreme Patriot Dan.
Number 1.
I'm sorry for Team USA and the WBC, and obviously Yankee captain Aaron Judge, because, well, if he doesn't have success, he will be judged.
You also have to recognize who he's being judged against.
No pun intended.
Well, tell that to your best player.
Right.
Who's sitting here being judged that he's not a winner and he's not clutch. He gets judged differently. Again, no pun intended.
I know. That's like the 4th time you've done that already this morning. Come on.
Oh, he keeps saying his name.
Please. Come up with a different
Right,
word.
you're not a good guy either. Let's
evaluated.
But judge just fits there.
It's
a good word.
You're so good.
No, stop.
God, I wish I was a Calandra.
It is a good word. What are you getting mad for?
You're single. This is why you're single.
See, now you've got your answer.
This is why you're single.
Now you've got your answer. See, it is a good word. I was telling you it's a good word.
You did go crazy with it, though.
Don't change. It's fine. Don't feel bad.
It was too easy.
It's right there. It's right there. All right, I'm done.
Great job, guys. How about a little Rule 76?
Fine. No excuses playing a champion is DiPietro Graca and
Aaron Judge.
Right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube.
There you go.
Great job, Supreme Patriot Dan.
That's me, baby.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings